Yo, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are all doing well. Gonna have a great stream today. And if you guys got any questions, let me know. We're gonna be talking through things. Obviously, we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to when you guys. Oh, I just dropped my phone. To when you guys are doing your actual home league drafts. I'm sure some of you guys might be drafting this weekend. Some of you guys might not be drafting until next week, the week after. I mean, it's just weird because normally by like August 19th, you can just smell football right around the corner. But this year, we're still like 2-3 weeks away from it actually starting. What's going on? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. What's up? Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you guys doing? What's up, Patrick? Good to see you guys tonight. We are going to be doing some underdog drafts, and then we will also be doing a sleeper draft with 11 of you guys. I am early. Yes, sir, False Prophet. I'm early. I was early by like 2 minutes. Okay. I said I was going to start before 9. And guess what? We started before 9. I started 2 minutes before 9. What pick do you have in your home league? In my super flex draft that is on Saturday, I am at pick number 9. Now, in a super flex draft, the best pick, in my opinion, by far is 1. Like in that scenario, I want to draft Josh Allen. So the fact that I'm not 1 sucks. I wish I was pick 1 in my super flex league. I'm pick 9. Frankly, I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. In my other league, I gotta go check the chat to figure out what pick I am. My other draft is, I believe it's the 1st of September, and I am picking at 6, which is not a great spot. So we're gonna be on the struggle bus this year a little bit. What's up? How we doing? Okay, so for these, the first draft I'm gonna do is gonna be on Underdog. If you want to join up on Underdog, you want to sign up, use promo code Notorious. If you play $5, you get $50 plus a gimme pick. You also receive my draft guide to your email if you deposit the minimum $10 and you enter into any contest. And then for the sleeper draft we're going to do, I'm going to just send the link into the chat. Number 2 is the best pick. I think 1 or 2, and then 10 through 12 are the best picks. What's up, Quincy? What's up, Beck lovers? I wonder how far ETN's ADP will go up. I wouldn't think it would go up that much, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think people were that worried about Kamara to where he would like skyrocket into the second round. I moved him up slightly. He's still not like a guy where it's like, I need to draft ETN. I mean, I'm fine drafting him, but I'm not going to go out of my way to draft ETN. 6 is the worst spot. I think so. What's up, Spock? How you doing? Make sure you guys do get in the Discord. I'm pick 7 in my 10-man. In my 12-man, I don't know until day. I've picked 7 in a 10-man's kind of rough because I feel like you're kind of reaching a little bit. Thanks for the response. No problem. I don't remember what your question was, but I guess I answered it. So shout out to me. Okay. So first draft is going to be, it was about ETN. I remember now. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're new. 357 people in the Discord. Hopefully we can get that to 500 by the start of the season. We're still some ways out, so I definitely think it is possible. So if anyone wants to draft with us on Underdog, again, sign up promo code Notorious. If you have never drafted on Underdog before, you will get my draft guide if you deposit $10 and play through it. Or play in any contest, I should say. The contest we are going to be entering today is going to be the Hound Dog. Shout out to Elvis Presley here. The Hound Dog, $10, or I lied, $6, $20,000 first place. Hopefully we can win. So we're going to get in this in a couple seconds. Mike abandoned us. Feel bad, man. Feels bad. He abandoned you. Tyler Warren injury. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. We'll talk about the Tyler Warren injury real quick. Tyler Warren. So this is one of the Twitter doctors that I trust, Jeff Mueller. Confirmed groin strain for Tyler Warren, on average 2 to 3 weeks to return to play. If on the mild side, if more significant, could extend to missing regular season games, but hopefully that will not be the case. 3.5 weeks until week 1, so that's good at least. So, should we, drop Warren down the rankings heavily? No. Should we worry slightly? Yes. It was the ETN one, yeah. I was pick 1. I was pick 1. I got Gibbs, Chase Brown, Hampton, Scatterboo, and Jonathan Brooks. I love that. Jaden Higgins news tore me up. Yeah, it sucks, dude. Not a good preseason for the Jadens. That's sure. Okay. Queen, if you are ready, we will join in here in like 10 seconds if you're good to go. But yeah, man, brutal off season for injuries. And I heard some people be like, "This isn't that bad." This seems bad, right? Like this seems like so many people are getting hurt. You ready? Okay, I'm gonna count down for 10 seconds. You guys join around 5. These do fill fast. Just gonna let you know. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's 4 spots left, so hopefully you guys can get in. Hopefully you guys can get in if you want to come in here. This draft is interesting because, again, while the payout might not be as high as the puppy for $100,000, 4 out of 12 advanced, then 2 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 992 seat final. Could find yourself potentially winning $20,000 in this scenario. Dab God is in here. Love to see it. Love to see it. Queen, did you not get in? You hate to see it. Oh, she did. She did. She's at 7. I fucking can't read, guys. I can't read sometimes. I'm fucking legally blind. You had Higgins in one league? Yeah. I mean, could be worse. I don't know how much Higgins I drafted. Don't know how to spell, apparently, guys. Don't know how to spell. 5%. That's like not a lot, but not the best either. What's up? How you doing, Richard? Another sleeper draft? Yeah, we're going to do a sleeper draft tonight. I don't know around what time, to be honest with you. Probably going to do 2 underdog drafts just because these are definitely going to fill relatively soon. Like, I'd be shocked. Like, if you wanted to do this, I don't think it's going to make it to Sunday. Today's Wednesday, so I guess that's still kind of far away, but I just don't think it's making it to Sunday. So there's more injuries than usual. A lot of groin injuries. Yeah, people ain't stretching enough, I think. That's got to be it, right? People not stretching enough. Good to see, Queen. Good to see. Mon Ra and Kenneth Walker, JT and Drake London. I'd prefer JT and Drake London. Still drafting Warren at around 50 ADP. Yeah. I don't think that you should be full on panicked about Warren yet. Again, something to follow. It's really tough because, again, we're still like 3 weeks out from the season. So I can't just be like, yeah, don't draft Warren, or yeah, still draft him with confidence. Like if he's out around where he's been being drafted, I'm fine picking him. 7th spot is like the sun god pick spot. That's true. That's true. Lucky number 7. Nick over here. Oh, I thought Nick was at 5. I was going to say shout out to Jaden Daniels here at 5. Gibbs, Bijan, Puka, or Gibbs, Bijan, Jamar Chase, Puka. JSN. I mean, just going as standard here. She should be able to get Amon Ra, unless Amon Ra goes right here. Then she's going to have to go McCaffrey or a different running back. Let's see how this ends up playing out here. Now, I'm at 11. I love 11 this year. 11 is a great spot, in my opinion. I just love going RB. Worried about Hampton because if Mitchell is in the passing game, the starting center's out indefinitely. I'm not really worried about him. I mean, obviously, the center being out is way worse than what Mitchell's going to do. Like, Mitchell's going to be involved, but it's not like, both running backs can't coexist. We've seen Mike McDaniel have 2 running backs succeed before. Nico or Rashi Rice in half PPR. I still lean Rashi Rice, but since it's half PPR, you could go Nico, but I prefer Rice. She will get the sun god. She did. JSN won me my league last year. Would it be a sin to draft him at 1? I mean, to be honest with you, when you're at 1, you are just blessed with getting the running backs. And by the time things come back to you, you are not going to like the running backs. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you can always do whatever you want, right? At the end of the day, if you want to pay homage to JSN and fucking draft him again at 1, go right ahead. But what I will tell you is, let's go Barkley on this team. What I will say is, at 1, by the time things come back, you probably won't like your running back. So if you take JSN, your RB1 will probably be like Jeremiah Love, which to me isn't the best. If you want to do it, go right ahead. Again, you can always do whatever you want. I'm not going to, get mad at you for doing something that you want to do. I am drafting Hampton. No one will stop me. No one will stop you. Chase Brown, Derrick Henry going ahead of Chase Brown. Interesting. This draft has a bunch of badges, so a bunch of people that do 1 gazillion drafts on here, like myself. I don't remember how to check how many drafts I've done. If I could check, I would, and I would tell you. I'd be interested to know how many drafts I've done. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's a lot. It is a lot. All right. Was going for A-Chain, but got Hampton instead. Yeah, that's fine. That's great. That's a great start there. Very nice. We don't think about the outcome. Only the one where I get Hampton. Dart over Burrow in 4-point passing touchdown league rushing upside. I'd still go Burrow, to be honest with you. Dart's a great player, but I mean, both Burrow and Dart definitely have like an injury worry. Dart, I believe, has been to the injury tent over 50% of the games he's played in the NFL. Again, I'm not going to act like Jackson Dart's guaranteed to get hurt. But what I will tell you is that's way too worrisome for me to rank Dart over Burrow. What are the badge colors? I have the red badge, which is the second highest badge. It goes black, then red, and I don't know what the other colors are, but it means they've done way more drafts than me. That's what I'll tell you. Pick one strategy. Would you go with in a 14-team league, pick 6, running back, receiver, running back, receiver, running back, running back, running back, running back, receiver? I mean, at pick 6 in a 14-team league, ideally I'm going running back, but you probably won't like the running back that comes back to you. So I'd probably go running back, receiver, running back, like you said. Amon-Ra St. Brown plus Hampton is great first two. I agree. Dart's only been diagnosed with concussion once in the tent, more of a league narrative. Well, I mean, if the league keeps putting him in there, we can't really change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went into the tent after getting absolutely annihilated in preseason. I feel like the Giants could use the blue tent to create drama and treat Dart like he's made of glass. It's not really the Giants' fault. Yeah, it's the for underdog, the number of drafts you are is under completed. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to look for the total drafts I've done, though, ever. I know how many drafts I've done this year. It's like 75 or 77. I don't know how many I've done total. I've done 82 this year. But I think total, to get a red badge, I'm just going to Google it. How many drafts do you need to do on underdog to get a red badge? I have done more than 1,000. Okay. So more than 1,000 drafts I've done. That's how I got the red badge. You got the red badge too. Yeah, I think the red badge. A lot of people got that. Not some one in a kind specimen here. Jackson Sharp goes to the tent for wet wipes. That's true. That's true. McBride fallen to the middle of the third. This guy. This is like the all risk squad he's got right here. He's got CMC, Neighbors, McBride. I respect it. I respect it. In a 10-team full PPR league, 2 flexes, I started off Gibbs, Hampton, Bowers, Neighbors. I like that. Wait, what do you have to do to get the red badge? 100. Wait, what did I say? Was it 1,000 drafts? Fucking I remember. Yeah, 1,000. More than 1,000 drafts. More than 1,000 drafts. Jeremiah Love goes. Neighbors, Hampton, Chase Brown, all found 2-4-2-7. Rank if you drafted JT or another running back. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going. I just prefer the running backs. Chase Brown, Hampton, Neighbors. Money and time. Yeah, I mean, the hardest part is honestly finding the time to do all of them. That's probably the hardest part. Okay, we're up. We are up here. I don't think we're going to go triple RB, but there is a discount on Breece Hall. We could experiment with going triple RB off Jump Street. But I don't really like doing that. I don't really like Breece Hall, to be honest with you. Like, if that was Kyron, I'd probably consider it, but not going to do that with Breece Hall. What's up? How you doing, Rips? What's up, Ty? How you doing, man? What's up, Legendary One? How we doing? What's up? Okay. Do we go Josh Allen? We have only 6% Josh Allen. Can we get DJ Moore on the way back? That was the question. 59. What's DJ Moore's ADP? 52. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get DJ Moore on the way back. So let's just draft our guys. I could have done triple RB, but again, I just don't love it. Especially on here, like, you feel like you've fallen so far behind at wide receiver if you just completely forego receivers. And he waddled away, waddle. You get your wheelchair today, Ty? You feeling good? How we doing today? I'm doing great. It's so weird. Like, in previous years, it was almost set up so that you could draft, like, if you drafted Allen, you'd be able to get the wide receiver one, right? If you drafted Jamar, you'd be able to get Joe Burrow. This year, like, I have so many teams with DJ Moore that have nothing to do with Josh Allen because it's so hard to get them on the same team. What's the highest round you draft DJ Moore? Probably round 5 is probably where I'd feel most comfortable. Like, up here, I still want, like, if Jacobs is available, I'd prefer him. Like, I prefer a lot of the receivers over him, but it's only slightly, only slightly. Downs or QJ? Gun to the head, I still lean Downs, but it's way closer now. Now that Keenan Allen is there. Like, a couple of days ago, I would have said 100% Downs, but now I'm leaning closer towards it potentially being QJ. My only big worry about QJ is, like, I think he's going to be very good and he's going to have some very big games, but I just don't see him being very reliable at all, just knowing how Mike McDaniel runs things. Like, I think the offense is going to run through Hampton and Ladd McConkey, and you're going to be seeing some games where QJ is straight up terrible, where if you started him, you would have felt dreadful, but he's also going to have those gigantic games, so it's a little bit tough to break down Ladd McConkey, but Josh Downs is kind of in a similar situation now that Keenan Allen's there. What up, Doe from Detroit? How you doing, Kicks? How you doing? I think Allen helps Downs. Possible. It's possible. I just can't stop but thinking about last year where Keenan Allen, like, cucked Ladd McConkey and QJ, and how Michael Pittman cucked Josh Downs. It just has me worried. It has me worried. Missed the first UD draft, waiting on the next one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just drafted 10 team PPR. Josh Allen, Bijan, Scatterboo, AJ, Adams, Flex, Swift. That team looks amazing considering you went a quarterback earlier. Unless Josh Allen fell. Maybe Josh Allen fell. That team looks very good. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. QJ, not reliable. What about Ladd seasoning coming? Yeah, I mean, I like Ladd. I like Ladd a ton. I think QJ could be reliable, to be honest. Are there any teams with the players you will not draft? I mean, realistically, no. No, like, if they fall, I'd be willing to draft a player on any team. But, like, the Jets, I barely am drafting Garrett Wilson or Breece Hall. But I still would. Like, if Garrett Wilson fell to me in, he goes in the 4th round. If he fell to me in the 5th round, I would take him. Yes, and I do agree with you, Spock. I would just be hard-pressed to see him be super consistent, but maybe the tight ends just aren't used at all this year, and maybe that's what pushes him up. Okay. Let's go Christian Watson again. Like, I'm really hinging on Christian Watson this season. If Christian Watson sucks, we're gonna be down bad. I was not lying when I was talking about all those players in today's video. Like, I have 21% Watson. If Christian Watson sucks, it's all over for us. Is this full PPR? This is half PPR. Oh, is this draft? Are you talking about, is this draft full or did you mean PPR? Okay. Yeah, it is. This is half PPR on Underdog. But when I'm answering your guys' questions, I just assume you picked 201. Okay. That's crazy then. Your team is great. Okay. Let's go. Do we go Burrow here? Could go Burrow. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really love the receivers in this range outside of, like, bdge. So let's just go Burrow and secure our stack here. What's funny is if you look at Burrow's, like, NFL career, Joe Burrow, player profiler. Let's see here. Joe Burrow only gets injured, if you guys notice, on odd years. Look at this. 10 games, 16 games, 17 games, 10 games, 17 games, 8 games. So hopefully he plays all 17 games this year. I mean, I know that's a stupid stat, by the way. It's mostly just a joke, but people do bring it up. Kraft is your tight end. I love that. I love that. Hampton or Neighbors PPR. Again, I just prefer Hampton because I just prefer to get my running backs early. I feel like there's so many good receiver values here. Like the Adams, the DJ Moore, the Waddle, Igbuka, Watson, Parker Washington, Carnell Tate. Like, there's just so much value at receiver, whereas early on is really just where you want to be hitting on the running back position. I don't know. If you could start the draft with Gibbs and A-Chain and they have the same bye week, what's your thought? I don't care at all. Bye weeks do not matter. I don't remember what bye week the Dolphins have. I'll tell you right now. A-Chain. Bye week 6. Your team's going to be so much different by week 6. So I don't really worry about it. And that's even more true if you draft 2 running backs that are by week 11, right? By the time you get to week 11, The whole NFL is different, you know? Do you have a feeling Dalton Schultz is sneaky now with the wide receiver injuries? I think Dalton Schultz is always sneaky. Dalton Schultz is like him and Hunter Henry to me are the premier of, hey, my tight end's hurt. Let me pick this guy up. And it's always one of those guys. And you always feel good about them. Why did Nico go so late? Where did Nico go? The 3-1. I wouldn't consider that to be late for Nico, to be completely honest with you. It seems like that's kind of where he always goes, around the 2-3 turn. At least I think so. Now, maybe you prefer him over Rice. And I mean, maybe he did fall because Devontae Smith went at pick 21. But again, in these like $6 drafts, people are doing all types of weird shit. I like Dobbs. I do like Dobbs too. Not a big on Green Bay this year. I'm big on Green Bay. I just think, again, like, you don't pay Christian Watson all that money not to use him. They have so many great weapons. They have Josh Jacobs at running back. Tucker Kraft's a great tight end. Jordan Love is a competent quarterback. I am a big fan of it. Big fan of it. Pick 2, full PPR, AJ Brown. AJ Brown, Nico, Pickens, Brock Bowers. I'd go AJ and Nico Collins. Neighbors will see a production dip because he won't be at 100% at the beginning of the season. I agree with you. I fully agree with you. I think if you're drafting Neighbors, you're just kind of have to acknowledge that the first few weeks of the season, he won't be great. Now, I'm still probably going to play him because I think even not at his best, like week 1, they're going up against the Cowboys. Like against the Cowboys, he could still score 15 points. I just wouldn't expect him to go out there and drop a 30 burger for the first few weeks of the season. And I think if you are expecting that, then you probably shouldn't be drafting him because you're just thinking way too highly of him. Evening, Paisan. How you doing? Going running back in like the 10, 11, 12. I struggle picking those round 3 and 4 wide receivers. Okay, 1 second here. This is such a gross range, by the way, around the 7-8 turn here. There's just so many players I just don't really like, so I just always find myself reaching. Let's go with Michael Wilson, my guy Michael Wilson. Maybe we go running back here, get a third RB. I mean, I don't really want to draft Jordan Tyson here, to be honest with you. Like, I think Jordan Tyson's kind of live to just not play a single game this season. He's worth it in like a league where you got an IR spot, like your home league, but an underdog, you can't do that. Let's see here. Okay. Tight ends we're already in the Pitts range. The receivers, not the best. Let's go Blake Corum. We don't really have any Blake Corum. And Blake Corum did get a lot of touches towards the end of last season, a big lift up in terms of earlier on the season. And like if Kyron was to go down again, knock on wood, we're not going to root for injuries. If he was to go down, like Blake Corum could end up being a league winner. He could. I like Stephon Diggs a ton as well, but I don't really have any Blake Corum, and got to have that contingency on an offense that's as elite as the Rams. Maybe it's just me, but I love the pass this season. I'm sure you do. Yeah, if your team is owning, you could literally punt a week. Yes, I agree with you. And about the round 3 and 4 receivers that I like Olave, Nico Collins, Lad McConkey, George Pickens, T. Higgins, Igbuka, Waddle, Burden, DJ Moore, Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin, Parker Washington, Christian Watson, the guys that go in the 3, 4, 5 range. What are your thoughts on Parker Washington? I love Parker Washington, but I will acknowledge that there's real potential here for Parker Washington to be absolutely dog shit. Might be just in our completely unbiased opinion. Yeah, that's true. Could you put Rome link in the chat again, please? Yeah, I can. Make sure you guys are following Rome. Rome does stream. I believe he streamed today. I was not available to watch, but I think he did stream today. So let me find his channel. Rome, the host. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Rome. We are cheering on Rome in the Flock League. I'm also cheering for Danny and Corey. I've been friends with Rome, Danny, and Corey for a very long time, so always pull for them. So make sure you guys are subscribed to Rome. If you like me, Rome has a lot of different opinions than I do, so it'll be interesting to hear for you guys different opinions, And that's okay. I'm not saying Rome's wrong. I could easily be wrong too. Who would you pick at the first pick in the first 5 rounds? Ideally, Gibbs, Rice, Neighbors, DJ Moore, Jadarian Price. Wilson. Wilson is good get deep. I agree. It just sucks taking him here, right? At in round 7, because like in your home league, you might be able to get him in the 9th round. Jonathan Brooks might be sneaky good. I agree with you. I like Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, so make sure you guys are in the Discord, please. Make sure you guys do join the Discord. We want to hit 500 members of the Discord before the start of the season. Now, can we hit that? I don't know, but we're close to 400, so I wouldn't say it's impossible. That's all I'll say. I wouldn't say it's impossible. I'm going to send the link in the chat, too. Yes, make sure you guys are an underdog. Promo code Notorious. Jags have so many weapons. I agree. We did see Travis Hunter today was playing basically all defense. Now, I'll be honest with you. I think the Travis Hunter contingency play, the reason why I've been drafting him is, hey, he's probably like a 0, but if something happens to one of the other wide receivers, he can instantly become a guy that's super useful. That's just kind of my thoughts on him. I'm not saying you have to. All right, does this guy have any? No, he doesn't. Okay, so we'll be able to get Bo next. Let's go Golden, and then we'll go Bo next. Golden and Mr. Bo next. Oh, we could go Jordan Love, but I prefer Bo next to Jordan Love. We already have a lot of Jordan Love teams. Let's go Bo next here. I like our team a lot. See, this is a team that I actually feel good about for once. Normally, I feel like in these underdog drafts, I'm just getting sniped left and right, getting reamed, and we can never get the guys that I actually want. Oh, wait, hold up. Is it a different buy? Yes, buy 10. Okay, so we got our 2 quarterbacks. And again, if this is a regular redraft league, at this point, you're not drafting a second quarterback. If you draft Burrow, you don't draft a second quarterback. If you draft any of the quarterbacks, like early on, you don't draft the second one. If you draft any of the top 12 tight ends, you don't draft the second one. That's just my opinion. You may think differently. P-Watch is getting so much steam. I agree. He's getting steam, and it could easily fail, but sometimes you want to follow the drumbeat when the drumbeat is this loud. Swift, Jadarian, or Tootin? Tootin, Swift, Jadarian. Appreciate you, my guy. No problem. Got Jalen Hurts in the 9th. Oh, I love that, man. I love that. Would have loved to see you crush those guys on Flock. Yeah, I would have loved to get in too, but it's okay. You know, can't be mad about it. It is what it is, as they say. Tyler Warren down to 6'7". What a bargain. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are really, really worried about the injury history. I would have loved to get him there, to be honest with you, but I really couldn't because I wanted to get the Burrow T. Higgins stack. I guess I could have taken him in the 5th, but that wouldn't have been really a discount. The 6'2" would have been a solid discount. I'm not really worried about Tyler Warren at all based on what they've said. 357 on the Discord. I'm scared for my draft to get the first pick, though. Don't be scared. The worst thing you can do for your draft is be scared. Just prepare. Just go do a million mock drafts, and you'll at least feel good. A-Chain or Chase Brown? I prefer A-Chain, but I have him ranked back-to-back. And again, like everyone in the comment section today, when I made my video talking about A-Chain, people are like thinking that like I don't know that the Dolphins are bad, that I don't know that the Dolphins might be terrible. Like I know that, and they were terrible last year, and A-Chain was still amazing. We doing a sleeper draft today? More than likely, yeah. Subscribe to Rome. Thank you. Come on, guys. Let's get to at least 100 likes. Facts. Team 11 looking unfair right now. That's my team, so I'm liking it. Do you think O'Marion? Do you trust O'Marion after the center got hurt? I mean, yeah, I still do. It obviously sucks. Like, for instance, if you would now rather draft Saquon over Hampton, that's fine with me. Or Genty over Hampton, that's also fine with me. But again, like I don't know how good their backup center is. We'll see. The Chargers are very unlucky in terms of injuries, and it was so funny. Like all offseason, I'm like, oh, the Chargers finally have a top 12 offensive line. Now that obviously dings them. Queen and Nick's team's looking good. Thank you. What's up, Nick? I see Tyler Warren with a groin injury. Now injuries just coming out of nowhere. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It really sucks, Raz. This year, we talked about this at the beginning of the stream. This year really feels like the injuries are coming at a much higher rate. Now, again, I don't have the research in front of me to say, oh, this year there's way more injuries than the past. That would be a lie if I said that I knew that for sure, but it feels like it. Golden or Stribling for me. My home league drafts this weekend. Kind of wish they could push it back another week with these crazy injuries. Yeah. I mean, I'm drafting this weekend too. It is what it is. I don't know when most people are drafting, to be honest with you. I don't know if most people are drafting this weekend, next weekend. I would guess the next 2 weekends are probably the most popular because based on how my videos are performing, I have a strong feeling that next week is when people are going to kick it into overdrive and start doing some research after the second week of preseason. Is there another puppy after this and then the usual, another underdog after this and the usual sleeper? Probably. We're definitely going to do another underdog draft because I need to do more of these. so I can do all 10. I did 3 of them today while I was sitting here updating my rankings. Anyone that is on the Patreon, or sign up on Underdog to get my draft guide. The draft guide has been updated, both the full PPR and the half PPR rankings. If you want access to it, click on the Patreon, link in the video description. It's all updated. It will continue to be updated throughout the whole summer. Don't you worry. Had to change a bunch of things, a bunch of players moving up, some guys moving down, obviously, because when you move people up, you have to move other players down. That's just how it works. Jaden Higgins now completely gone from the rankings. I hate that he's still on here because if you fuck up and you auto pick, you get him. But okay. Normally there's a range where I go tight end, but Mark Andrews is just dust right now. Let's go Denzel Boston. Let's just go for some more upside wide receivers. I think Shaheed could be interesting too, but I don't know. We have so many like T. Higgins veteran, Waddle veteran, Watson veteran. Matthew Golden's a young cat here, and so is Denzel Boston. So I wanted to get some more youth on this team because normally my teams are just filled with unks. If you guys watch, we are normally a unk heavy squad here. We don't have any tight ends. Let's just go Juwan Johnson, actually. Let's go Juwan Johnson. Due to the fact that Juwan Johnson now would get a lift up with Chris Olave. Him and Olave get a slight bump, in my opinion. Would you rather start CMC/Hampton or JSN Hampton or Amon-Ra Hampton? CMC Hampton. I don't understand the concern with Hampton. He had the worst offensive line in the NFL, missed 8 games, still finished the RB12. He got upgrades to the line. Yeah. Yes. I mean, that is true. But still, like, if you thought Hampton was going to finish as the RB1, like, which some people were saying, now that hurts his chances of doing that, right? It just further hurts his upside. That's all. Cool. Both were available. I picked up Stribling. Love that. Waddle or DJ? I prefer Waddle. $6, please. Yeah, I'll send you $6. Don't worry. Chargers still have Slaughter at center now. They still have a great O-line with Awaska now locked into the left guard position. It's still a monster O-line. I mean, I agree. Their O-line is still good. But again, when linemen get hurt, it hurts, you know? Do you trust Swift at the 40? I mean, Swift to me, and I've said this a million times, is basically just like you're just being safe, right? Realistically, once Monangai comes back, how is Swift winning your league? No, he's just not. He's fine. And like people love safety so much in fantasy football. So that's why he goes as high as he does. I was about to put Pierce in the IR spot and grab Stribling. Love that. Love that. Did you move Drake May down the rankings? No. Drake May still sticks at QB6. I don't like Drake May this year. Sue me. Yeah, Jaden Higgins torn ACL is tough, man. Tough. If I'm at the 202 and 8 chains available, do I take them? I mean, I would. I would. Yeah, I love these underdog drafts too. They're so fun. I would take 8 chain at the 202. It's a fun way to sit here. Yeah, False Prophet is an unk lover. Where is Keenan Allen ranked for you? What's up, Rome? I'll tell you right now. I didn't move him up like an insane amount. Obviously, technically, he moved up an insane amount because he went from basically not ranked at all to where I wouldn't even advise you to take him in a home league to being draftable. He is now my wide receiver. I'll tell you right now. Wide receiver 56, around the range of Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed, Tank Dell, Khalil Shakir. If you want to push him up that, go ahead. If you want to push him up further than that, go ahead. I think that's fair. I don't know. He's another year older, and like Alec Pierce could still easily come back. You know, it's a weird scenario to be in. Like, I think realistically, week 1, he's like an interesting play in like DFS, but I don't think week 1 you're really fiending to throw him in your lineup, by the way. And also, Rome, people were asking about your YouTube channel, so I linked it before so that other people could subscribe. Is Saquon being undervalued this year, given that AJ is gone now? I don't think Saquon's really undervalued. I think he's fairly valued, to be honest with you, based on where he goes. Because he typically, I've seen him get drafted in the first round. He's like a 1-2 turn pick. I think that's a fair ranking for him. Like, I don't think we should be drafting Saquon over like McCaffrey or something, you know. 12-team PPR, where each keeper is picks 1 through 3. You have Gibbs, CD, Egbuka, Scat. Should I trade CD for Walker and Nico? So my keepers are Gibbs, Walker, Nico, or keep Gibbs, CD, Egbuka, or Scat. I prefer Gibbs. Oh, yeah, I think Gibbs, Walker, Nico makes the most sense. I just don't really like Walker though this year. If I'm keeping it a buck with you, yeah, I'm above Travis Hunter. I know you do. Rome is the #1 Travis Hunter hater in America. If there are no Travis Hunter haters, then that means Rome is no longer walking this earth, you know? Okay. Let's go Tajay Spears. Let's get a fourth RB. Let's get a fourth RB on this team. Tajay Spears, I've fallen for him like 1,000 times, so we're not touting him this year. You won't ever hear me coming on here being like, you got to draft Tajay Spears ever again, but he's still draftable. Let's go Terrence Ferguson. Davis always talks up Davis Maddock, Terrence Ferguson. Terrence Ferguson's ADP has risen to the moon. He's clearly the #3 target based on every report on the Rams. He's a super interesting pick late in fantasy draft. Super interesting. Who is my biggest sleeper? Again, it depends what you categorize a sleeper as. Some people will be like, a sleeper is in round 7. Some people say you have to be past round 10. Some people will be like, you have to be undrafted. Casey Concepcion, Debo, Denzel Boston, Keaton Mitchell, Stribling, Goddard, likely. Who else do I like? Jonah Coleman, Wicks, Caleb Douglas. There's a bunch of receivers that I like that go late. And I will be making a sleepers video for all you guys too. So you guys get truly plugged in to what I'm thinking here. My sleeper is Van Winkle. Rip Van Winkle. I appreciate you. No problem, man. No problem. QJ is my real sleeper. I mean, I respect you for liking QJ. I also have a decent amount of QJ. I had way more before. What I mean by that is like I kind of cooled down a little bit on drafting him as he's kind of risen up the board. But when he was going to like the 8th round earlier on in the summer, I was spam drafting him. Is Mike Evans worth the gamble? No, not in my opinion. I mean, look, let's draft a guy that has now been hurt twice. Not once, but twice before preseason or before stepping foot on the preseason. And he's old as hell. I'm not buying into it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, I get how good Mike Evans is. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. I'm going to be happy to see him get in the Hall of Fame. Seems like a great guy, too, from everything that I've heard about him. He doesn't seem like a guy that's, doing anything absurd off the field like some of these guys. So all power to him. I've been a fan of him for a while. I've drafted him, dating back like 10 years ago when he first got in the NFL. But I'm done with Mike Evans. 10-team PPR keeper. Hampton in the 2nd, Devontae in the 4th, Rice in the 5th, Jordan Mason in the 8th. I would keep Rice in the 5th. Do you think taking Bowers and McBride is crazy? Yes, but Rome loves doing that. But yeah, I'm not big on to taking 2 tight ends in the same draft. I don't like it. I don't even like drafting 1 tight end early if I'm keeping it a buck with you. With the 3rd overall pick. Yeah, I would be keeping Rice personally. Yeah, love to see it. Thoughts on Juwan Johnson with Tyson out? I like him more. Again, though, like there's so obviously 10 great tight ends that go beforehand. It's like I'd rather just get one of the 10 good guys. I like Casey Concepcion. I love Concepcion. Spears is 1 Pollard ankle sprain away from an RB1 spot. I agree. They also have Nicholas Singleton now, though. And I'm kind of just not the biggest onto, believing again in Tajay Spears, right? How many times do you fall for the same guy? Like I do it all the time. Like there are going to always be guys that I will just fall for. And a lot of them aren't even in the NFL anymore. Like guys that I used to just always draft. Ain't in the league anymore. But yeah. Like I'll be a Jalen Waddle guy until that guy retires. You will just catch me talking up Jalen Waddle. T. Higgins. I never quit T. Higgins. Never quit Christian Watson. And they're all on this team. But like there's a lot of guys that I've been drafting. A-Chain. I never quit A-Chain. Always going to be on A-Chain. Okay, we need another tight end. Our tight end group is disgusting. So we need another tight end. But we can wait. We can wait a little bit. Let's go another receiver here. And let's go with Allen. I don't love Allen. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said this in the streams the other day. Like every year, the Chiefs just get some random player that just gets so much hype and it just never works. Like when's the last time a random Chiefs player that got a shit ton of hype that you've never heard of until the start of the season actually works out? The answer is like never. And then let's go B-Rob just for the insurance policy. Like, if something happened to Bijan. Love Casey this year. Smash that like button. Facts. I've been checking out the Discord messages recently. There's a wild bunch in there. It is. Make sure you guys are on the Discord. Bro, my sleeper was Josh Downs. Then he got moved up 40 plus spots. Yeah. I love Josh Downs. Thoughts on the 49ers running back situation? I will be a Christian McCaffrey truther until I die. If I was doing my home league draft today, without knowing if McCaffrey's coming back, if you draft McCaffrey, 100% you should be drafting Kalen Black, 100%. I think he's the clear handcuff for McCaffrey. So if you were in your home league today drafting McCaffrey, you have to draft Kalen Black. I think McCaffrey will be fine, but again, that's just me thinking, right? I'm not on the 49ers. I don't have any insiders I don't know Kyle Shanahan. I can't call him up. If McCaffrey plays, he's a league winner. If he gets hurt, then, it was a terrible pick. But yeah, I would definitely draft. If you're drafting McCaffrey right now, I'm definitely drafting Kalen Black. 100%. I think that's basically the only move you have if you're drafting McCaffrey. Now, in the mock draft videos, I know I don't draft Kalen Black because, again, my assumption is he's going to be fine, and I'm treating that as if, I'm drafting 2 weeks from now, like when a lot of people will be drafting, but definitely need to have his backup. His backup should be drafted in every single draft as of right now. Yeah. Should I go AJ or K9 after getting Chase? Personally, I would go AJ Brown. I love seeing Derrick Henry go in round 2. I love it too. Does Saquon have a higher floor than Henry? I would say probably not. They have a similar floor. Juwan is my tight end 5. You love that guy? Respect. I like that you have very hot takes. Not just... And what I mean by that is, like, a lot of people just, they got the same fucking rankings as everyone. Being a KC lover is not the same as being a Mahomes Glazer. Thinking the same. Think with Rice in the 5. Yes, I like Rice. I'm pretty high on Naylor this year. I also like Naylor, but Naylor's great because you get him super late, and you will know instantly if it's going to work or not. Like, you will know within 2 weeks if this is a guy that's going to be worth holding on your bench or not. Maybe he becomes a guy that's worth holding once, like, Mendoza comes in, but that's more what I mean. Like, you'll know if with Kirk Cousins it's going to work or not pretty quickly. Want to go Chase, then back-to-back running back in rounds 2 and 3. I just don't love the running backs in 2 and 3. Who is Rice too undervalued? I think Rice is very undervalued, to be honest with you. Big difference between Lover and Glazer. How much is ETN pushed up in your rankings with the Kamara injury? Again, not much. Like, I expected Kamara to vulture some catches. I expected him to steal some touchdowns, but I don't expect ETN to instantly now run for a gazillion yards and have 20 touchdowns or something, He's fine. I did move him up. I'm pretty sure he was kind of buried in my rankings because, again, I just don't really see too much upside out of him. Okay, let's make a pick here. Hey, click. Take a pick. Okay. Let's go Gesicki here. Let's go Mikey G. And then we'll go another receiver. We kind of punted tight end. Unless you're Rome, who loves Juwan Johnson, then this is a great tight end room here. And then we'll go receiver. Dude, Kayshon Boutte needs to get fucking traded, but they're not going to trade him. Could go Chris Bell. Could go Antonio Williams. Let's just star Boutte. Actually, let's go Keon Coleman. I love cookies, Keon Coleman. He got hurt, but, it's not like he's... again, when you're in these underdog drafts, like, to me, you're just hunting for the most upside possible. What happens if Keon Coleman magically gets healthy and works his way up the depth chart? Because Joe Brady wants him to succeed, whether we think he can or not. So in your home league, you're never drafting Keon Coleman, just so you guys know. But here it's fine. If I go double RB, do I take Bowers or AJ Brown? I would take Bowers in a one flex league. CD or Jetta's? CD for sure. Am I missing something with David Montgomery? Poor offense, poor offensive line, no explosives, a lot of wear. Yeah, their defense is amazing, and they're going to be able to spam run the ball regardless of how good the offensive line is. I wonder where their offensive line grades on the graphic that I have. O-line rankings. Most recent updated O-line rankings have the Texans at 28. So obviously not good, but that's just kind of my thoughts on them. And he can catch passes too. Yeah, volume running back. I think the Niners dribbling is going to have a great year. I agree with you. I like him too. One more $6 one after this? Yeah, we'll do one more. Just going higher than I think he would be. I mean, David Montgomery also is a household name, right? And that plays a lot into fantasy football, whether you like it or not. Everyone knows who David Montgomery is. Everyone does. Whether you started playing fantasy a year ago, 10 years ago, you know who David Montgomery... If you've been watching football, you know who Montgomery is, right? Not everyone knows who Byshal Tootin is, right? Not everyone knows who Jadarian Price is. Not everyone knows who Quinshon Judkins is, because not everyone's watching Cleveland Browns games. Not everyone's watching Tootin score 7 touchdowns last year on the Jags, A lot of fantasy is straight up name value. That's why you were seeing Kelsey get drafted in the first round for so many years. I love cookies. In a $100 UD draft, I just got Puka Hampton start. I love that. Best of luck. I'm a Bears fan. I know Monty. Yeah, I loved Monty when he was on the Bears. Okay, so let's recap my team, and I'll recap the other teams in here. Joe Burrow, Bo Nix. Love my quarterback room. James Cook, Saquon, Blake Corum, Tajay Spears, Brian Robinson. Obviously, when you draft 2 running backs early and then punt running back after that, you're just hoping, in my head, this team works because James Cook and Saquon are amazing. That's how it works, right? Then T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Christian Watson, Michael Wilson, Matthew Golden, Denzel Boston, Cypress Allen, and Keon Coleman. Realistically, I'd like my receiver core to be like one more deep that I like more, but I love the first 3, and I like Michael Wilson a ton as well. And then Juwan Johnson, Terrence Ferguson, Mike Gesicki. Like when you punt tight end, you can always feel pretty good. Pretty much. Right now, name one value at the tight end position is out of hand. Name value at tight end is out of hand. I agree with you. Mark Andrews goes. And again, I liked Mark Andrews previously, and I don't want to draft him anymore. Mark Andrews was getting drafted that highly because he's Mark Andrews, right? Jake Ferguson goes as high as he does because he's Jake Ferguson, and a lot of people know him. A ton of people know him. A ton of people know Hunter Henry too, right? He'll get drafted. He has like a top 12 tight end on some sites. Is Joe Burrow not one of those quarterbacks where you don't need to draft 2 quarterbacks? No, you don't need to draft 2 quarterbacks, but you have to on best ball because when I draft Burrow, there's no waivers or anything on here. Like, this is just my team. And everyone who scores the highest amount of points just gets put in your lineup. So whether Burrow is like goated or not, I need a second guy. So like, even if Bo Nix is trash, he'll at least play in week 6, That's why I also have 3 tight ends. Like in my home league, I would just take Juwan Johnson. And if it doesn't work, I would just cut him, Monty has a great career. I agree with you. I love the Dak and Jake stack. I have a decent amount of it, to be honest with you. I don't really like Jake Ferguson, though. Going double RB is the best strategy. I agree. Okay, so I like my team. Dab God goes Purdy, Stafford, Geno. Dab God is a Geno Smith lover, man. If Geno Smith has no more lovers, that means Dab is gone, Javonte Williams, Cam Scatterboo. Then he goes Jadarian Price, Jonah Coleman, Emmett Johnson, Singleton, Kamara. Love his running back room. His receivers are Jamar Chase, Drake London, Marvin Harrison Jr., Cortland Sutton, Malik Washington, Kyle Pitts, Kelsey, Chig. Dab is addicted to drafting so many running backs, only drafting 5 wide receivers. That's probably his only problem. He just needs another receiver on a team like this. But he never does it. I respect it, though. And he also gets Geno every draft, too. Big respect to him. And again, just because I think that a strategy is a little bit out there, the teams that win these best ball tournaments are the most weirdly... they obviously have, like, the nuts, right? Meaning they have, like last year they have JSN. They have those great players, right? But they also have the most random players ever on the team. There's a lot of time the person who wins has players that were straight up zeros for like the whole season. Like people last year drafted, I'm trying to think, Mike Williams. The guy that won had Mike Williams on his team. Mike Williams didn't play a single game last season. He's a Geno lover. It's true. And then Queen went Jared Goff, Jacoby Brissett, Carson Beck. I mean, I got to respect that. Omarion Hampton, Kyron Williams, David Montgomery, Jonathan Brooks, Kalen Black, Amon Ra, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Romeo Dobbs, Close Shakir, Jacoby Lane, Tank Dell, Zachariah Branch. I love the receiver core here. A lot of upside shots at receiver that I like. And then Laporta likely. Love the tight end room. Great job. And you got Carson Beck. So that's obviously the best team ever. Actually, a lot of my teams end up with more receivers than anything else. It just depends. No, that's fair. I just thought the last draft we did, you also only had 5 receivers, but I could be wrong. Could be very wrong on that. Again, my memory is bad. But I do know he is a Geno lover. He drafts Geno every single time. Okay, so we're going to rip one more $6 draft. I will give you guys like 30 seconds to get ready so we can all join together. Geno Smith for president. That's a fact. If you guys are new to the channel, leave a like on the stream. That is one of the best ways to help me, unless you want to Venmo me $1,000. It's also a great way to help me. I'm obviously only kidding a little bit. I appreciate you guys for stopping by the stream, by the way. It means a ton to me. I always say that. Thank you guys for watching all the videos and everything. So we're going to join up in the Hound Dog. If you're new to Underdog and you want to sign up, promo code Notorious, get the Gimme Pick plus play $5, get $50 in bonus entries. Also, if you play $5, you get $50 in bonus entries plus the redraft guide sent to your email. And if you just want the draft guide and you don't want to sign up on our dog, promo code Notorious, $12, or not promo code Notorious, just go on Patreon, $12.50 a month. Make sure you guys do check that out. Okay. So I'm going to count down from 10. What's up, Adam? How you doing? And then we're going to go into the draft. So enter when I say 5, and hopefully you guys are able to get in. We're doing the Hound Dog. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it fucking filled. That was the last one in, so I do apologize. That is the worst, man. That is the worst. I wish there was a way to like queue up so that we could all join together. But the reason why they don't let you do that is because then there would be collusion, right? There would be people just hopping in the same draft together that were looking to cheat. And the Underdog, they have a great, like, I don't know what it's called, like a fraud team or something that goes in and like if there's clear collusion, they just remove the team. Which is great. But yeah, it does suck that we weren't able to get in together. The only drafts you can actually schedule, like that we could all do together, would be like a $500 draft or like the $1,000 draft. Who's your sleeper quarterback this year? If I'm punting quarterback, like, and by punting quarterback, I mean like I punt quarterback, and then like other assholes are taking other quarterbacks before I get mine. It's Kyler or Malik Willis. I'm just going for the upside of the rushing. My favorite quarterbacks this year to draft is the range of like Trevor Lawrence. Like these are the guys that I like the most. Now again, I don't have the most ownership of them because again on here you're looking to stack. But like my favorites are Trevor, Herbert, Dak, and Purdy. Those are my favorites. Again on here I don't have a ton of them because of how important stacking is. And like I don't have any Brock Purdy, even though I think Brock Purdy's a smash because you're not gonna catch me drafting Mike Evans. You're not going to catch me doing that. I have stood strong on my Mike Evans take. I don't have any Mike Evans. I don't have any Jonathan Taylor either. Fuck those guys. I actually do like Jonathan Taylor, though. It's just I never get like a pick where I can actually get him. Because right here, I'm taking Amon Ra over him 100%. Or McCaffrey. Whoever's there. Lift off, yes, sir. Real talk, obviously, I don't like Geno. He's garbage, and I only take him when I need. No, I agree with you. He is good for what you get him for. Like, he's a fine third quarterback. Like, in my Superflex league, I'm going to probably end up with Geno because he's fine. Geno's definitely going to outscore Carson Beck because he's going to play all 17 games. Thoughts on Caleb with another year under his belt? I like Caleb. But again, Caleb normally goes, it depends like on here, the ADP is different to your home league, but a lot of times he goes like near Jaden Daniels and Hurts, whereas like Dak and them, you can typically wait a few more rounds after that. So that's how I'm feeling. If I can't get Allen, I definitely want to get Dak. I love Dak. And what did I mean by much more? I don't remember what I said, to be honest with you. I don't remember what I said. Oh, do you mean like much more games? Why is Love going higher than he was before the injury? It's wild. It's because, Rome, it is now mid-August to late August. All of the people that have just appeared out of nowhere start watching fantasy football content, start drafting. Those people might not know Jeremiah Love. For one, they might not know Jeremiah Love is hurt. And for two, he's a rookie. And rookie fever goes wild. Goes insane, dude. People, every year, people fiend for the rookies. Every single year. And I fall for it too, so I'm not going to act like I'm above falling for the rookie fever. But man, it happens every year. This year, Hard Knocks is the Seahawks, so it doesn't happen as much. But what I mean by that is like there used to be a Hard Knocks bump too. Like you would see guys on Hard Knocks look good, and they would get pumped up drafts. That was like back when people watched Hard Knocks, though. I don't know how many viewers Hard Knocks gets now, but I remember like when I was in high school, everyone was watching Hard Knocks. Now I don't know who watches Hard Knocks. I mean, it's probably good, but that like boosted up Jameis back in the day when Jameis was on there. Baker, bunch of guys. Time for an ice cold beer. Enjoy. Okay, we're back up on the clock. Derrick Henry falls to us, so we'll take him. Start the draft. Derrick Henry, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't think you're ever going to feel ashamed with yourself for drafting Derrick Henry. Just don't think that's ever going to happen. Dak will outscore Caleb possible. Now I was asking Dad what he consider way much more points. Okay, I wonder how many of these $20 bets Dab actually pays off on. Probably all of them, to be honest with you. Otherwise, people get the pitchforks out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. Let's see. Has anything insane happened here? Nothing crazy yet. Nothing that out of the ordinary. Because sometimes, again, in these drafts, dude, some people might just take like Pickens CD to start off their team, like do all types of crazy stuff. Carnell Tate might be I think Carnell Tate's going to be good. I am definitely worried about Cam Ward being bad. Like, I wasn't as worried about that before, but again, like you can't overreact to preseason, and that's kind of what I'm doing, right? I watched a small sample size, and I'm scared. But Cam Ward, I mean not Cam Ward, Carnell Tate was getting open a ton. If you were watching the game, he was getting open. They just Cam Ward just didn't see him. Would you draft? Where would you draft Alec Pierce if he's ready for week 1? I'm gonna be honest with you. Knowing his leg is messed up and knowing they just brought in Keenan Allen, I don't want anything to do with Alec Pierce. I'm not drafting him unless he fell to me in like the 11th round. He's not going to. When you drafted the 106 and all the running backs go, what do? You don't panic, and then you don't reach. You don't reach. You just keep doing what you need to do. I'd be fine taking 3 receivers off the rip, to be honest with you, and then falling into the running back potential landmines in the 4th or 5th round. Jeremiah Love falls here to pick. He's falling past ADP. Let's scoop up 1 share of Jeremiah Love again. I don't like Jeremiah Love. Said it a million times. He normally goes at the beginning of the 3rd, falls to the mid-3rd. Might as well take him once if he really is that generational athlete that people think he is. I think he's great. Carnell Asada Tate. I'm drafting all his 30th. I know it's my league. It's 2 running backs, then it's a running back / wide receiver, then 2 wide receivers, then a flex. Okay. So basically, the running back / receiver spot is a flex, but you just can't start a tight end. Now, if your league is full PPR, you could be starting 4 receivers every week. So in that scenario, you need to smash receivers. I would say in the first 2 rounds, you could still go RB, but after that, you want to spam click receiver because, again, you could start 2 receivers in your receiver slot, obviously. You could start 1 in the flex, and you could start 1 in the RB / receiver spot. So, depending on how your draft goes, I think the best way to go would be RB, then 4 receivers in a row, and then potentially look to get your RB depth there, or go and draft a quarterback or a tight end, or just go another receiver. I mean, that's how I would attack that. I'm drafting Henry every chance I get this year. I agree with you. He's old as hell, but he just keeps doing it. Like it's hard to bet against a guy that has been as reliable, as good as Derrick Henry. You could draft Pierce and put him in the IR. Yes, I agree with you. But what if he doesn't start on the IR? How much did I move up ETN the rankings? Someone asked that earlier. ETN was like my running back, I think 18 or 19. He's now my running back 16. He only moved up slightly. I don't really think Kamara was going to be taking away so much volume to where that was what's going to screw ETN. I just think ETN's like a boring player. Like he's not a league winner type, in my opinion. He's fine. He's just not a league. It's like Tet McMillan. Like, I don't want to draft Tet McMillan. I don't want to draft ETN. Like, I just don't see the upside path. Like, why the fuck are we drafting ETN over Josh Jacobs? I don't get it. Our receivers are going to suck if we punt receiver, but we're going to do it again, and we're going to go Josh Jacobs. We're going to go triple running back off the start and just hammer receivers now. Hammer the wide receiver position. Being picked 12, 13, should I go RB, wide receiver? I'm definitely not considering going McBride. Wouldn't even consider it. I would just go RB. Thanks, Nick. I was thinking about drafting RBs 1 or 2. Yeah, so yeah, you're perfectly fine to take running backs early, but you have to drop the hammer, like you said, on the receivers. If Pierce comes off the IR, would you keep him and drop Stribling? Probably. Tet said he doesn't like being called Tet, so yeah, well, based on how much hype I gave him last year and what he gave me, he's still Tet to me. A little pipsqueak to me, you know? It's obviously a joke, right? I didn't call him that, and he still fucked me over. That's true. Okay. Our receiver core is going to be jank on this team. Real jank. Tet for tat, yes, sir. But we can still overcome it. Again, like, I don't want to do the same thing in every single draft, because what if the strategy of hitting... I don't know if he likes T-Mac. I don't remember what he likes because I just completely abandoned whatever he did like once I realized he wasn't going to be amazing like I thought he was. Hetero McMillan nickname. He does not go by Tet. He dislikes the nickname as he had his family shorting it to the origin, disrespects cultural significance. He prefers T-Mac or Nalo. That's what he prefers. I fat fingered and pressed send too early on the Tet message. Yeah, T-Mac. Bucky goes in the 5th. What do you guys think about Bucky? What do you guys think about Bucky? I think a lot of people love Bucky. A lot of people love Bucky. I'm not drafting Bucky. You won't catch me leaving a draft with Bucky Irving. Maybe on Underdog where he goes in round 5, but like in round 3 in your home league, you're a little bit crazy for taking Bucky there. A little bit crazy. Sucky Irving. Okay. Lamar goes. Adams goes. Fuck, I wanted Adams. God damn it. God damn it. We could go J-Mo, but you guys know how I feel about J-Mo. We ain't drafting J-Mo. Let's just go Christian Watson again. We ain't drafting those guys. I like Laporta though, but again, like this team, we can't take a tight end early. We got to just spam receiver. We took 3 running backs early. Josh Jacobs going the 4th just boggles my mind. I don't see a suspension. I agree with you. I don't think he's going to get suspended either. People are more worried about the injury, I think. Bucky's fine where he's going. I like Bucky because I got him as my RB4. I mean, that's fair. Today's Bucky's birthday. Is it really? Happy birthday, Bucky. What round for Tootin? Round 5. Round 5. Happy birthday to Bucky. Rome's draft position was in the draft position video. I don't remember what position he picked off the top of my head. Oh, yes, I do. 2. Rome picked from 2. He came in 2nd in the draft competition. Rome actually has good hands, you know. Unlike some of the members of the Flock League. But I say that like as a joke because if that was me trying to catch a ball shot out of the jugs machine at 70 miles an hour, that shit would have killed me. Like I would have gotten like, you ever seen like a superhero movie where someone gets punched and they go like flying back really far and they go like this? You know what I'm saying? Like they crumble in a little bit. That would have been me if I got hit with a 70-mile-an-hour football. So no judging. Obviously, it was a joke. Rome's a beast, though. He went beast mode. Okay. Tyler Warren falling again. Is he going to fall to me? I mean, I can't take him, though. That's the problem because we put ourselves in a wide receiver drought. We can't even take him. I think this team's going to get him. They don't. Fuck. This is so... If he falls to us, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad because we want Warren, but we can't take him. We can't take him because we don't get to pick for a while. Oh, man, our receiver core is going to be so bad. We're doing it anyways. We're doing it anyways, but our receiver core is going to be dust. Straight up dust. We had to take him, though. He's falling. He's falling. Thoughts on Jadarian Price? I like him. I like him. And do you think Sharp's going to come back? I think he's going to come back in November. Yeah, I would be flying through. 70 hurts so bad. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. What's up? What's up, Slick Rick? How you doing? Bucky is a cool name, though. I agree. You think Rome has soft hands? I'd say Rome. I was about to say something, and then people would have said Paul, so I'm not going to say it. My favorite low-key, low price pick, I'm sorry, like sometimes I can't read, guys, is Jordan Mason. I agree with you. I love Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason. I love Jordan Mason. What are your thoughts on Rashee Rice? I love Rashee Rice. I'm going down with my sword out on him, you know. Been a Rashee Rice guy for a while. If he decides to beat up a cop or do something outrageous, then you know I'll go down. I'll go down with him. I'm going down in the sinking ship. I love Rashee Rice. I've been taking Rashee Rice so many times. He's great when you're picking at the beginning because you can follow up Rashee. You can follow him up. You can go like Rice, Neighbors, Rice, Olave. I love it. I love it. Price will get the touches. I agree with you. We know. Captain America had a sidekick named Bucky in the comic books. I didn't know that. I never really was. I read comic books when I was a kid, but I haven't read a comic book in a long time. There was a comic book store by my high school that I used to go to when I was younger. Just found out I'm pick 11 in my home league draft tomorrow. I was hoping 9 through 11, so I'm happy. Wish me luck. Best of luck, Chuckleberry. Best of luck, man. Going down on Rice with your sword out. Pause. Yeah, that is a pause. That is a pause. Man, DK still going in the 7th round, man. Like, I love DK Metcalf, but what the hell are people doing? What are people thinking? Joe Burrow goes. I mean, we are just, yeah, we can't even go Laporta now. We're going to have to go. We definitely have to go Jordan Love and Jared Goff on this team. And then just hope we can scavenge up a wide receiver core that's halfway decent. Pittman, DK, agreed with you. Agreed with you. Please, football gods, bless us with QJ. Please. I think this guy's going to go QJ, though, probably. Probably, if I had to guess. If I had to guess, they're going QJ, and they do. I know ball. Let's go Sutton. I love Sutton, guys. I'm always a Sutton guy. I don't love him where he's going like at ADP, but again, like we just need points. We just need receiver points. Like we're hoping based on how we drafted, these running backs carry us. Tyler Warren carries us, so we just need receiver by volume. We're to draft 1 million receivers here. This team might get 10 receivers. I mean, it's not going to, but it could. It could. Bucky Covington was pretty good on American Idol 20 years ago. I used the last time I watched American Idol was the guy that did the like pants on the ground with your hat turned sideways. You know, that guy was like pants hit the ground, talking with your pants on the ground. That's the last time I watched American Idol. The fact that I remember that 20 years later, that was probably like when I was in elementary school. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. Never really got into American Idol, to be honest with you. America's Got Talent, I used to like too. DK's athletic potential is crazy. His route running discipline is terrible, though. I mean, his just discipline in general is terrible. Like, any given game, he might just go beat the shit out of, like, some fan on the sideline. You know, like, DK just seems like he's just always angry. My dad still quotes pants on the ground to this day. That's so funny. General Larry Plant was the pants on the ground guy. Hilarious. I still remember that name. Yeah, that was like 20 years ago. I remember that. I must have been, yeah, I was definitely in elementary school because I'm 27 now. So I remember that though. Okay. I mean, it would be a reach to go Goff here. Let's go Michael Wilson again. We need more upside. Like we went with Sutton to get some safety. We need more upside shots here. And Michael Wilson's an upside shot. Ooh, or we could go Diggs. Could go Diggs. Diggs is a bit of a reach though. Fuck. I low-key kind of like Diggs more than Michael Wilson, but let's go Michael Wilson. Maybe Diggs comes back to us. I don't think he will, but he could. He could. And if you guys have any questions, again, let me know in the chat. And I'll take the chat off the screen also because I forgot we were back in the draft. And you guys want to see, you know, who's on the team, and the chat blocks it. The chat does block it. Thoughts on Jackson Dart? I like Jackson Dart. I kind of struggle to... Like, I really like the player Jackson Dart, but I struggle to take him ahead of, like, Dak, Caleb, Purdy, Trevor. Not because I don't think Dart has the skills to be great. He does. He's very fun to watch. Great legs. No pause on that. Very fun to watch, but something about, like, the fact that he's just always getting hurt, like, that has to scare you, right? Now, doesn't mean I'm fading him, but I just prefer those other guys over him, if you get what I'm saying. Just got home. We're doing another draft. After this, Force, we're going to do a sleeper draft. And then I'm going to go to bed after that. Yes, make sure you guys are on the Discord. Might have been exactly 20 years ago, 2006, when Taylor Hicks won. That's crazy. I guess you are a true American Idol head if you can remember all that stuff off the top of your head. I just have a really bad memory when it comes to basically everything that's not like football or like UFC, like sports, like the sports that I care about. Then I'll remember everything. But it's about like anything else, I can't remember anything. I've always had a bad memory, I feel like. Okay. Please, no one take Michael Pittman. Please don't take Michael Pittman. Or we could go Matthew Golden, actually. We do have the Green Bay guys. Let's go Matthew Golden. And we're gonna take Golden. And then we're gonna pray that when we take Goff, no one takes Love, and Love comes back. Who do you like better, Ladd or Adams? I like Adams better. Ladd is the younger buck. I like Ladd a ton, but something about Adams that just confused me is like, why do people not want to draft that? Like, how is Adams going in the 5th round? Like, what is it for people that makes you be so afraid of Adams where he's going in the 5th round? And I only ask because, like, no one seems to like him as much as I do. No one. Like, why? Like, what is stopping Devontae Adams from outscoring Devontae Smith? What is stopping him from doing that? I don't think anything. I think Devontae Adams could outscore George Pickens. I think Devontae Adams could outscore Rashee Rice, Neighbors, all these guys. I think he could outscore Justin Jefferson. He's in such a good offense. He's a touchdown machine. And again, maybe he just gets hurt and I'm just wrong, right? He's old, right? That's really what must be stopping people. Of course, Jordan Love goes, so we can't get, even though we have the Green Bay guys, it is what it is. It is what it is. Bo Nix also goes. That's fine, though. This team reeks of Malik Willis, though. This is a real Malik Willis team here. Dart is a warrior. He would probably dial it back a bit if he wants a long career. I agree. But again, sometimes like you can't stop the guy from doing the stupid stuff, you know? Because that's what makes him so great. Fuck. Casey Concepcion went. Okay. Let's go Debo. It's a bit of a reach, but I think Debo should be going here. And I don't want to take a second tight end because we already drafted Warren, so I'd rather just keep getting more receivers on his team. And then we'll go Malik Willis and then stack him with any of the random Dolphins quarterbacks. Oh, shit. We didn't get... I just blanked so hard. We didn't get Jared Goff either. Okay. It's fine. We're just going to have an amalgamation of quarterbacks here. Maybe Kyler will fall back to us. I don't think so, but he could. Could go Kyler Malik. We're going to need 3 quarterbacks on this team, though. We need to go guys that have late receivers that we can stack with. So, like, CJ Stroud. We could go CJ Stroud, Tank Dell. Could go Daniel Jones because we already have Tyler Warren, too. So there's still a bunch of outs here. The quarterback room is going to be disgusting. We're going to need to get carried by our running backs and Tyler Warren. This team also might call for Carson Beck, sadly. He used to host an American Idol radio show. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes, I love Adams too, Ty. I want Pittman too late. Please let my home league sleep on Adams. I love drafting Adams because not only is he still good, and not only is he a serious red zone threat, but if Puka gets suspended or injured, I agree. No, Adams not outscoring Pickens, Nick. You smoking something. I mean, look, man. If you could score, I think he's going to score 10 touchdowns again at least. He's one of the favorites to score touchdowns. The same reason why you don't like Evans. The same reason why people don't like Adams. Yes, but Evans is already hurt. Is Adams hurt? And Adams is going later than Evans. People are all over Evans. I don't see anyone talking negatively about Evans. Everyone is just sucking off Evans. Meanwhile, you can typically get Adams a round after him in a lot of home leagues. He is. F it. Debo out there somewhere. True. Okay, we need to make sure we don't drastically fuck this up. So let's go Malik Willis. Let's make sure we have one quarterback. Again, Nick, Malik Willis isn't going to be good. He doesn't need to be a consistent piece in best ball. In your home league, he does, but not in best ball. Jared Goff's the GOAT. That's true. Beck is the GOAT. Is anybody better in the red zone than Adams? No. Adams is also one of the best offenses in the league. Yeah, and he has one of the best head coaches in the league, too. And he has one of the best quarterbacks. And he has a great surrounding cast. And another thing, why are people so scared of Puka, too? Was he going to get suspended one game for biting that lady? I don't even think that's going to happen. And what if Puka scores 15 touchdowns? I think that's also possible. So, I don't know. Yeah, everyone do make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's a fact. We've been getting a ton of subscribers recently. Hopefully we can hit 50,000 by the start of the season. You know what? I didn't think about that. The Taco Bell PR crisis could be impacting Adams' ADP. He does have a Taco Bell at his house. Could have had some lettuce. Could make him drop his ADP. Okay. Let's play this smart here. Texans. Who on the Texans is still left? Smart. We can go Dalton Schultz and Tank Dell. Okay. This is smart. So we could still afford to go another receiver or we could go running back here. Let's go Stroud. We're probably going to have to go Danny Dimes too. I mean, we need 3 quarterbacks on this team. Regardless of how gross the quarterbacks are, we need 3 of them. Yes, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. Okay. Let's go Stroud here. Let's go Stroud. Maybe Stroud. I mean, I do think Stroud is live to bounce back. He was so good his rookie year, man. It's so disgusting how bad he was last year. What's up with Luther Burden hype? I was always a Rome fan. Because every time that the head coach speaks, Ben Johnson, he's just glazing Luther Burden. The beat reporters glaze him. And Ben Johnson drafted Luther Burden. He didn't draft Rome. That's really why people like Luther Burden better, and that makes sense to me. I'm only shying away from Puka in my 18-man Gilton League. Yes, no, that's fair. That's fair. In that scenario, that's fair. I think he does actually have a Taco Bell in his home. At least the commercials say he does. Starting to think quarterback tight end is good around round 8, round 9. I agree with you. I like Burden better. The O-line any better in Houston this year? Still bad. Still bad. Maybe not as bad, but still bad. Yo, man, would you rather keep in the 5th round ETN with a Camara injury or Loveland? Oh, man. Man, oh, man. I mean, I would probably just say ETN so you have a reliable RB. McVay is going to go more 13 personnel packages this year. No one had the answer to that for the second half of the year. This is good for Adams. Opens up the middle of the field more. I agree with you. They also have, like, the Rams are such a weird team because their whole offensive attack is based off of solidifying the ball to, like, 2-3 guys, right? Like, a lot of offenses, they spread the ball out a ton, right? Whereas the Rams, like, if they're throwing, that shit's going to Adams or Puka, right? And I guess what Spock's saying, like, based on 13 personnel, there's going to be a million tight ends on the field. It's because they have so many tight ends, right? They have Kobe Parkinson. They have Terrence Ferguson. They have all that. I do definitely like Adams a lot this year. I agree with you. Should I get Hutchinson or Noel? I mean, in your home league, you should never draft any of those guys. It's just not worth it. Like, in your home league, you should never be in a scenario where you're starting any of those guys. But in best ball, sure. In best ball, it's definitely worth it. But in your redraft league, you don't need anything. If I had to get one, it would be Jalen Noel, though. Okay. Let's go. Do we go another receiver here? Yeah, like, we need a million receivers on this team. Unless there's a tight end here. Okay. Yeah, let's just go Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston. And then we're going to go tight end. One more RB. And then another quarterback. And hopefully we can get Dalton Schultz. Yes, I need a Taco Bell commercial with Devontae Adams. That is true. Me and him need a commercial. Did you guys see they're putting McAfee on Monday Night Football? I used to love McAfee, but he does really suffer from he's everywhere syndrome. And what I mean by that is, like, do you ever get tired of seeing, like, the same actors? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Zendaya is a great actress. She is in every fucking good movie that I've watched this year. She was in The Drama. She was in Spider-Man. She was in The Odyssey. And it's like when you see someone too much, you almost suffer from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, McAfee is on the TV. You go watch college football, he's on. You watch the NFL now, he's on. He's on throughout the week. And again, I think Pat McAfee's show is good. Like, and he gets some great guests. And I always watch when he gets, like, Dana White on or some of the UFC guys. I love watching his interviews, but, like, he becomes too much. And I agree with you. He becomes far too much. You're tired of Jason Kelsey? Me too. I used to love Jason Kelsey. And again, it's just because when you see a guy too many times, it kind of deters you, you know? Replay by Zendaya's peak. Is Ridley done? Calvin Ridley? Calvin Ridley still is draftable, like, in best ball, but in redraft, I would never touch him. And he's only draftable because I think he will get some playing time. Dune 3 about to be lit. I've never seen Dune 2. I watched Dune 1. I thought it was terrible. But from what I've read, a lot of people think that the same thing I do, and then they watch Dune 2, and then they go back, and then they think Dune 1's a masterpiece. So I need to watch Dune 2. I know I haven't watched it. I need to watch it. She wasn't on Obsessed. Any late round running backs? Keaton Mitchell, Dylan Sampson. Those are the guys I really like. Okay. Let's go tight end here. Let's get Dalton Schultz. Let's get Dalton Schultz. And then hopefully we can get Tank Dell after. Hopefully no one snipes us on Tank Dell. And then we will probably go with, and this just reeks of Carson Beck. Like, I do think Carson Beck will play probably at least 6 games this year. So hopefully get some Carson Beck. Yeah, he was on WWE as well. Pat McAfee's. That's crazy. That's crazy. Not a good promo for the nightly live streams. Dang, what did I say? That wasn't a good promo. I feel like I always promo the live streams. We stream every night, basically. We always in here. And I did put in Discord that we were going to stream a little bit earlier, and that was just messing with the rankings. Then I just fired up like 2 minutes early. What's up, King? How you doing, man? How are you? Never liked Dune? Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it either the first time, but again, like sometimes that's how movies are. Sometimes I watch a movie and I'm like, this is fucking dog shit, and then I watch it again and it's great. It's the same thing with like people on YouTube as well. Like sometimes I'll watch a YouTuber, I don't like it, like the video, and then I watch another video from them and it's amazing. You know, always got to give it a second try. Instant league winner with Carson Beck, agreed. Yeah, I'm gonna do one sleeper draft after this draft, and then get out of here. I do need to practice for my super flex draft. My super flex draft is on Saturday. So at some point, we're gonna have to rip the oh yeah, I agree with you. We're gonna have to rip a super flex mock draft with all you guys. Could do that tonight, low key, because I need to practice. But I know not everyone does super flex draft, so maybe we'll save it for tomorrow. I love that Nikki streams damn near every day. Yes, sir. I love you too, Ty. Man, I wish the season started tomorrow. It's fucking with my notorious notes and draft order. I agree. It feels Tank that one. It feels like, again, because it's late August, the season should be starting soon, and it's just not. It's still 3 weeks away. It sucks so bad. Man. It's so annoying that they waited this long. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. But it sucks so bad. And that's why the Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day, because they decided to push it back another week. Okay, let's go. Oh, we don't have any Dolphins receivers stacked with Malik Willis, so we need to do that. Did Caleb Douglas go yet? Could go Caleb Douglas. No, he's still available. I think the smart move actually would be just to get our other 4th running back, the guy that we actually want, Dylan Sampson, and then just never worry about running back again. I think that was the smart move. And then we'll just go with some other dusty Houston receiver. We already got our stack with Schultz, so we don't have to force it. But yeah. We're good with 2 tight ends on this team. And now, thank you for the super chat. I really, the NFL, like the summer goes by so slow every year. And then it hits August and it goes by so fast. So that's the one thing, at least, season's right around the corner. And at least there's preseason on so you can watch something, even if it's not the most enjoyable. And thank you again for the super chat. I am pumped for the football season. Can't wait for some super flex reps. Yeah, maybe we can do the super flex draft tonight. McAfee is the man. Y'all stop hating. Again, I'm not trying to even hate on him. I'm just saying he is literally always on the TV. And people hate that, when you just see a guy so often. Okay, we'll do a super flex draft. I'm happy that I get exclusively Drew Aller and Will Howard on Friday. Gotta love Drew Aller. Did you know that guy's like 245 pounds? I was hoping Travis Kelce would retire. No, I still like Travis Kelce. I actually really like Travis Kelce. He's completely changed his persona though with Taylor Swift. If you know, you know. Okay. Yeah, there's reeks of Carson Beck last pick. And then another wide receiver here. Again, we're doing wide receiver by volume here with just a million receivers. And also quarterback by volume, Mr. Swift. I like holding my draft at the end of August because all the injuries that occur in preseason. We don't root for injuries, though. That's true. That is true. Yeah, I mean, ideally, the best day to do your draft is literally the season starts on a Wednesday. Do it on Wednesday. Rip it off on Wednesday. You're a Swiftie? Respect. Respect. I mean, I'm a male Swiftie, which is like I like Drake. And I guess like, they're kind of comparable. Like they're the most popular artist that like every dude likes, every dude likes Drake basically. Like around my age, I would say, I guess. All right, let's get Mr. Beck. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Shao. What do you mean by which one? Again, I might have read something wrong. Might be missing. Oh, who likes Drake? I love Drake. I also like Drake and Josh. Shout out to the boobs, Drake and Josh. Okay. Let's go receiver. One more receiver on the squad. Hopefully Malachi Fields. Hopefully. We have so many rookies. And again, like, that's the one problem you could have is by drafting too many rookies. Like, and it just doesn't work. And I think everyone kind of does that because late in the draft, the guys that pop in your mind, it's like, who the fuck wants to draft Cooper Kupp? Who wants to draft Tyquan Thornton? Who wants to draft these guys that like Yoshi Voss, Leggett? Nah, I want Chris Bell. Like, I want these young guns that are unproven. But I want Malachi Fields. We got a lot of Ted Hurst, who I do like as well. But could go Noel. Yeah, you're right. I could go Noel. The thing, though, is I think Fields could be the receiver, too, all season long. Like, I don't see Noel sticking as the receiver, too, because I think Tank Dell will surpass him. So I'm going to go Fields. Because we already have Schultz. If we didn't have Schultz, it would 100% be Noel. Could also still go Noel and then just go 10 receivers. But I think we kind of need Carson Beck. I just don't think Willis and Stroud, like in the fantasy playoffs, I would like to have Carson Beck because Carson, again, like the Cardinals could be so dog shit that they're just throwing a million times deep into the game. And like Carson Beck could have value, just like Jacoby Brissett did last year. Or maybe just it's Jacoby Brissett and I should be drafting him instead of Carson Beck. But I think in the fantasy playoffs, that's when Carson Beck will be playing. I think early on in the season, that's when you see Jacoby Brissett. Okay, let's go. The World Cup made this summer offseason go fast by me. Yeah, I love watching the World Cup. UFC also makes the summer go along pretty quick, but the UFC this summer hasn't been the best. I mean, my boy McGregor fucking tore his ACL the first 5 seconds of the fight. My boy Pereira got knocked out cold too. I mean, it was bad, real bad summer. All right, let's go back. Let's go back here. And none of you guys run this draft, so we can just. I don't think none of you guys are in here, right? Or are any of you guys in here? Let me know. If any of you guys are in here, I will review your team. If not, we'll just get out of here. Our team was Amon-Ra St. Brown, Derrick Henry, Jeremiah Love, Josh Jacobs, Christian Watson, Tyler Warren, Sutton, Michael Wilson, Matthew Golden, Deebo Samuel, Malik Willis, CJ Stroud, Denzel Boston, Dalton Schultz, Sampson, Caleb Douglas, Malachi Fields, and Carson Beck. Let's see here. Cardinals championship week schedule is good and Beck could be playing. I agree. Nothing to lose for Beck. Beck's going to be pinning the ears back. And Beck also has rushing upside too. That touchdown against Ole Miss, my God, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. I should get that fucking like a picture of that and hang it up on the wall. And I wish I could show it on the screen if none of you guys watch if some of you guys don't watch college football. But that was so sick. Carson Beck, touchdown, run, Ole Miss. There's got to be like a picture I could buy. It was so sick. And then he hit a fire dance too. The Beck lovers. Yes, I'm a Beck lover. Okay. Can you see my team real quick? Yeah. I will. Oh, fuck. I will scroll down slowly so you can look at it. Gaethje is the man. Yeah, dude. Gaethje beat the shit out of Ilya. That was awesome. I bet on Ilya. I've never bet on Ilya in my life. I always bet against him. And the one time I bet on him, I bet like $200 on Ilya, and he just went out cold. He didn't really go out cold because, it ended on the stool, but My God, that was a beatdown. But yeah, I like our team here. Okay. So good night, Mr. False Prophet. Have a good one. Yes, we're going to do a sleeper draft. We're going to do sleeper draft. Okay. Good night, Mr. Prophet. I have to practice for my super flex draft, so we're going to do a super flex draft. If you guys don't know how super flex works, different because there is a super flex where you can start a quarterback. So the ADP is going to be a little bit different. And I'll just make it 2 quarterback because it makes it a little bit more easy to see. I'll go 2 QBs. Again, I need to practice for my home league, so we got to figure this out. So 5 bench, 2 flexes, and I'll add a second quarterback spot just so that it makes it easier for you guys to understand what's going on. And I'm pick 9, and I'm not randoming. I'm going to be pick 9. That's my home league draft position. Share the screen here. Okay, I'm going to send the link in a second. Yeah, we're doing a super flex draft on Sleeper. Yeah, you have to draft. I set it to 2 quarterbacks to make it easier. You need to draft 2 quarterbacks. Boom, I sent the link in the chat. You gotta draft 2 quarterbacks. And we will see how this works. If you guys have never done super flex, this is going to be way different to you. But I need my practice here. And best would be going against you guys. Joe, 4. Oh, fuck, dude. My phone vibrated so many times for you guys joining that just flew off my desk. That was hilarious. I wish you guys could have seen that. That was crazy. Okay, wait. We got to turn the noties off. Oh, I just blinded you guys. Flashbang. 1 spot left. 1 spot left in the draft. Unless someone is in here, because sometimes it just doesn't show for some reason. Someone is in here. Okay. Again, this is a super flex draft. A little bit different. I set it to 2 quarterbacks just to make it easier on you guys. Best of luck. Let us begin. Now, the ADP is also different, you will notice. Like, Josh Allen is ranked higher, Drake May ranked higher, all those guys. Now, Sleeper ADP is a little bit weird because they don't push up the quarterbacks nearly enough to where some leagues might be. Now, some leagues, super flex leagues, could be Josh Allen, Drake May, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, all those guys in the first 5 picks. In some drafts, it might be no quarterbacks early. So it's very different from league to league. And it's very hard to go into your draft knowing what's going to happen. And that's why I kind of just always am targeting a quarterback in the first or second round. Just to ensure I have someone that I like. Just to ensure. So you guys are just full fading quarterback, which again could easily happen, except for Azdic, who goes Josh Allen. If I'm number 1 in Superflex League, I'm going Josh Allen without a shadow of a doubt. At 2 and 3, I would consider Lamar, but I probably would go RB. So I'm going to be interested to see how many quarterbacks go inside of the first round. If I had to guess it, it's going to be 4. If I had to guess, it would be 4. But again, sometimes it might be 8. Sometimes it might be 2. You know, it all depends on how familiar people are with Superflex. It all depends. I mean, you don't have to take quarterback early, but if you're starting 2 quarterbacks every week, you kind of have to take one earlier. Okay. So we're looking down the barrel at Burrow. I have Jalen Hurts above Burrow, but yeah, so we're just going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to go receiver or running back. Let's just get our anchor RB. Let's go Christian McCaffrey. And then we'll probably try to go quarterback in the second round. You also can punt quarterback because, again, in some drafts, people don't even draft the quarterback super highly. Just 3 have went so far. But if you're in Ty's position, right, and you punt quarterback, it could swing back and you just get no quarterback at all, you know? It just, again, it really depends from league to league. Big Dog, hope today was amazing. You got late a few times. Thank you, Kevin. Today has been great. Very nice day. After this, I'm gonna go heat up some pizza. I got pizza today. You know what smacks? This pizza place by me. They got chicken vodka parm pizza. Now, if you don't like chicken vodka parm, you're not gonna like this pizza, but it's amazing. So only 3 quarterbacks won the first round. Again, some leagues this is blasphemy. This will never happen. In other leagues, this is very likely to happen. Let's go Hurts. Let's go Hurts. So we got our QB1 and Christian McCaffrey. This is like an ideal start, in my opinion, for me. I got a guy that I love at quarterback, and I got a great running back. Chile Verde Pizza. That's the most Jersey pizza I've ever heard of. Yeah, I mean, that's how, like, if you walk into the pizza place, again, pizza's different everywhere. I think New Jersey pizza is probably like top 5 pizza, probably. Like New York, Connecticut, all the places by me. But yeah, I love, like, every time you walk in there, there's like the most random like there's people that eat like what would that be called? It's like Philly cheesesteak pizza they have there. They also have like chicken Caesar salad pizza. They have all types of stuff. Okay. So let's like lock in here because it's actually important for me to figure out what I want to do. So McCaffrey Hurts feels great here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks through the first 2 rounds. I would say normally by the end of the 3rd round, it would be a shock if at least 12 weren't off the board. It's thin crust. It's not necessarily thin crust. I don't know how to describe what kind of crust it is, but it's not super thick either. I see you went Hurts early, switching it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love Jalen Hurts. A lot of people have Jaden Daniels above him. Yeah, I mean, going QB, it's like New York style, yes. QB, I think is a great start, to be honest with you. To be honest. Again, some people might just, some people will just draft in a Superflex draft. They'll go 5 rounds, no quarterback. They're gonna have like in Joe Burrow's spot here. If he punts quarterback, he could easily have, which he doesn't, but he could easily have Gibbs, Jefferson, and then follow that up with, you know, if you like Kenneth Walker, or Nico Collins, George Pickens, Bleak Neighbors, Rashi Rice. I mean, that feels like an amazing start. But also, you kind of have to realize that if you do that and you punt it to the 4th and everyone else takes quarterback, you might be sitting there and being like, fuck. Now I got to draft Baker in round 3, you know, or round 4. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like going quarterback early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 so far. Again, I'm thinking at least 12 by the end of the 3rd. I would have to guess. I think Phil will definitely go QB. I think S. Green will also go QB. Again, you can't assume. Assumptions make an ass out of you and me, but I think that would make the most sense. I think this would make okay. So Bowers goes in front of us. Could go Dart here, but I'm fine waiting for another quarterback. Let's get. I feel like we always go Neighbors or Rice. So let's mix it up and we'll go Pickens this time. Very solid start from us. Now, again, realistically, Phil is going to take at least 1 quarterback, and I think S. Green will as well. So we're probably now looking, by the time things come back, probably at like Goff, Stafford range, which is fine for our QB2. And if we wait even longer, we'll probably be in the range of like Baker, Shuck. You really, to me, like I've said this in the Superflex video, you want to look at quarterback rankings and then draw a line where you're comfortable starting the 2 quarterbacks and make sure you don't fall between that. So like, I'm gonna share my rankings real quick. Like anywhere to Jordan Love, 1 to Jordan Love, I'd be fine starting them every single week. If I'm starting Malik or Daniel Jones every week, like that just doesn't feel right. So that's kind of how I think about quarterback draft strategy in Superflex leagues. And I know not everyone plays Superflex leagues, but this will be our one time trying this out because people do ask, like, Nick, can you do some Superflex mock drafts? So might as well rip one off here. And if this is helpful, let me know. Okay, we're back up on the clock here. Phil just punting quarterback. Just absolutely loving it. Let's go horse cock Brock here. I really like drafting out the 9 to 12 hole in Superflex. I think I've only drafted out of the 9 to 12 hole in Superflex. I think because my league is based off of draft order from the previous season, like how you finish. So I normally finish in the top 6. And that would mean if you make the playoffs, you're one of the last 6 picks. I came in 4th last year, so I get the 9th pick. I think I had the 9th pick last year too. I do prefer, to be honest with you, to pick at the beginning because I really think a cheat code is just like, look at Asdick, Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Drake London. QB1, a top 3 quarterback, realistically on paper. Derrick Henry, locked and loaded, top 12 RB. Drake London, locked and loaded, top 6 RB. I mean, top 6 receiver. You just feel great about that. Did you do a quarterback rankings video? No, I've not, but I will do one. What I do typically is just one quarterback video. Like, I do a bunch of running back videos, a bunch of receiver rankings videos. But with the quarterback video, I wait until a little bit later so I could just do it once, instead of having to update it a million different times. Because to be honest with you, the quarterback rankings barely ever change. The quarterback rankings, like, unless there's like a crazy injury to a receiver or something, it's always the same. It is very, very serious. I speak fantasy. I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I have to ask Rome because I think Rome was trying to do like a flock league, like dropouts. The people that didn't get in the flock league draft. I'll let you know what happens. I'll send it in the Discord if we need people or if we're not doing it. I don't know. You click the wrong quarterback. It's okay, man. It's okay. I picked J Love instead of J Love. That's funny. Yeah, 2 quarterback, 2 tight end start is crazy. Crazy. Is this your last draft? Yeah. What's up, Skilly? It's just because it gets late. Like, I wish low-key I was on like a different time zone where I could stream later. Because like I do try to go to bed around 11. And like this will obviously go past 11, but you get the point here. You get the point. So now that we have 2 quarterbacks, we don't have to worry about quarterback anymore. We do need a third one, but yeah, you can just pretend in your head it is the other guy because it's not a real draft at the end of the day. Getting my practice in with all y'all. West Coast, I'm struggling to get past 8 p.m. That's fine. Yes, I will. I need to go on the West Coast, I love New Jersey, though, to be honest with you. The only problem with New Jersey is, like, the housing prices are, like, incredible here. Like, it's too expensive for me to ever purchase a house at this point. Stay on me. Okay. Again, my strategy in these Superflex drafts is punt tight end. Punt the fuck out of the tight end position. And tell your friends went double tight end, which, again, anything can work. I said this a million times, anything can work, but wouldn't be my strategy. Running backs, kind of dry here. I'd rather go just keep hammering receiver. Let's go like Buka. Now, I do like to stack typically in these drafts. So if Devontae Smith does swing back to us, we will draft him. Because in Superflex drafts, I was like adding all the extra upside. No one does streams after 8 p.m., so I'm listening to the older stuff. We can be roommates. Love that. That's why I left Jersey. Texas is insane. Love Jersey, though. Yeah, I mean, Texas does look really nice. I would love to live in Texas, but again, like all my family lives in New Jersey. All my wife's family does too. It makes it very hard to leave here. Some of my family does live in Florida, though. So if I ever was to go anywhere, it would probably be Florida. If I ever lived anywhere else, it would probably be Florida. Even though I do like Texas. I've never been to Texas, but it just looks so sick. Okay. We can just keep punting running back. Again, I do think in a league where you can start 2 flexes, super flex, you want to punt. Not punt RB, but just go 1 RB early. Let me get Adams. I love this start, man. Jalen Hurts, Purdy, Christian McCaffrey got the stack. George Pickens, Igbuka, Adams. I love it. I love it. We go into Jersey. Jersey's awesome. But again, it's like an acquired taste here because not everyone's going to like Jersey. The Jersey Shore is nice, but obviously, again, like if I didn't live in New Jersey, I don't think I'd ever, go to the Jersey Shore, right? Yeah, I mean, I think Adams, again, like where his ADP is, he could easily have fallen back to you. But I just love him, so I'm always going to take him. My draft on Saturday, my Superflex draft, is in real life on a draft board. And again, those drafts, ADP doesn't matter at all. So when people like guys, they go flying. Got to do a fan meet like Mason did in Texas, but for you to be in Jersey. Yeah, maybe one day. If I ever get like 100,000 subscribers, and we ever get to a point where we could actually have a fan meetup, I would definitely do it. I have met people, and again, I hate calling it a fan meetup because I don't think you guys are like fans of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't view it like that. You guys are like my subscribers, the people that watch me, and the people I talk to as well. So just a little bit different. GTL, Gym Tan Laundry, baby. Not sure how I'm doing so far. Ty's got Bijan, Caleb, AJ Brown, Love, Williams, Burden. I love your team. You did really good. Yeah, I saw a video saying he was going to fly you out to ATX. Did you go? No, he did ask me to go. But I had some stuff at home that I had to do, like that I couldn't miss. So I did not end up going, but I did want to go. And I would have went had that not have been scheduled. Like, so basically what happened was once I realized I wasn't getting into the league and I knew when the weekend was, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to be in the league. I'm assuming I'm not going there. Like, I didn't think I would get invited. So I had stuff scheduled for that weekend. That's why I didn't go. Otherwise, I would have went. Adam's first touchdown every week. I mean, we could be rich if that happens. This is a cool place to chill. Thank you. Thank you. You'll be my only fan. Devontae, DJ, or Waddle? Devontae, Waddle, DJ for me. Devontae, Waddle, DJ. And that's really just because, like, you can realistically get all three of those guys on your team. As crazy as that might sound, like, again, this is like a bad way to look at it because this is a super flex draft, but you could 100% get all three of those. Devontae could fall to round 6. You get Waddle in round 4. And you get DJ round 5. You could realistically get all three of them. Okay. Do we go RB or do we go receiver again? Like, the RB is, again, like, we're just in straight up mid range, so it doesn't actually matter. Like, I don't love one of those guys significantly more than the other. The receivers are starting to suck. Looking at tight end. Tyler Warren's still available, so we're just going to take Tyler Warren again. Like, I do advise to punt tight end in Superflex, but if Tyler Warren's here, I'm going to take him. Like, you do a great job responding to the comments. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to the mods, too. The mods, they get a rough job, you know? They don't get paid. They just have to sit here, mod the chat. No one ever gives them any thanks, you know? Except for me. I always say thank you to the mods. So I do appreciate that. And thank you so much. Yeah, I try to answer every comment. Obviously, if in a perfect world, I would answer every single comment, right? I would answer every single comment you guys have, but just not on my phone 24/7, you know? How does the comments on the screen thing work? I've been meaning to ask. So what happens is, let me show you. Okay, you guys are about to get, oh wait, I can't even share the screen. I thought I could. What if I try like this? All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Oh wait, let's make our pick and then I'll show you how it works. I'll show you how it works after I make my pick. Okay, we're about to be up. Everyone has 2 quarterbacks now, except for Hurts, I think. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, no, AZ doesn't have 2 quarterbacks yet either. Okay, so just 2 teams don't have 2 quarterbacks. So, got a feeling the quarterbacks are going to be coming soon for them. I'm not taking a backup quarterback yet. Not yet, but you will eventually want to. Okay, running back or receiver would be the smart move here. Let's just go for a falling BTJ here. 8th round. You should talk about Costco. Okay, here we are. I'm going to stop sharing this for half of a second. Stop share. Share screen. Can I share? Ah, yes. Boom. So this is how you can see. This is how I put stuff on the screen. So I just click like this. I know it's going to be really annoying for half of a second, but yeah, that's how I bring stuff up on the screen. And sorry for setting a matrix onto your screen. For that, I'm going to put the draft back on the screen. But yeah, in case anyone wondered what it looks like what I'm looking at. Oh, that was the wrong screen. Almost shared my pizza order onto the screen. Would have doxed where I was at, you know. Let's see here. Sleeper. My eyes. Yeah, it is streamception when you do that. My eyes. Ooh, who's getting rivalry jerseys? That's actually a very interesting topic. I like the Dolphin. The Dolphin was the Dolphin jersey from last year a rivalry jersey, or is that something different? Like I have the hat. It's over there, like the like different colors, like navy blue. Those jerseys I thought were kind of cool. I mean, I don't love them, but I don't know if those were. I think those were rivalry jerseys. Those were pretty cool. You want to know who's ugly rivalry jerseys? The fucking the Bills ones, the Bills gray ones or whatever that is. Those are so ugly. I don't know who approved of those. Dolphins got rivals. Jeez, man, no need to be mean. We are dreadful. The Dolphins are dreadful my whole life, bro. My whole life. But one day they'll get out the mud. One day. At least that's what I tell myself every day, that they'll one day figure it out. That's what I tell myself. That's what I'm hoping for. The Dolphins' rivals are the Jets and the Bills, I would say, probably. And the Patriots, I guess. Who would you rather have, RJ Harvey or JK? I don't want anything to do with RJ Harvey. I think RJ Harvey is one of the worst picks you can make. Just one of the bottom of the barrel picks you can make. Oh, NFC North and AFC South for the rivalry uniforms. Okay. I'll be interested to see what they look like. I'm sure I will see them a million times on Twitter the second that they come out. Okay, I like our team a lot for a super flex draft. Hurts for You has such a good team, but again, it hurts so bad. Get it? When your QB2 is like Malik Willis, like someone that you just don't really love to start every single week. Just a little bit rough. But again, if Malik Willis is as good as I hope he is, this team is cooking right here. And again, despite the fact that I would assume most of you have never done a 2-quarterback draft, this feels very good. Like, this feels like a very normal draft board, and none of you guys drafted wrong. Except for, I guess, tell your friends went 2 tight ends, but again, that could still work. Yeah, Gino's rival is that guy that punched him in the locker room all those years ago. J.K. Dobbins goes ahead of us. Fuck. That's what I would have wanted. We want an RB2. Let's go Jonathan Brooks. And then we need to fill the bench up. These super flex drafts are going to take longer, though, than a regular draft because you just are thinking way more in a draft like this compared to a normal draft because of how much more important the quarterback position is. It's a lot more difficult, in my opinion. I love the super flex draft, best ball drafts, but Underdog normally only drops them like in like June, July. They never drop them in August for some reason because I did really good in the, not really good, but like I actually made a decent advance rate a few years ago in the super flex ones. But for some reason, they don't do them enough. I guess because they're not as popular. That's obviously why, right? Not everyone loves super flex. Okay. That is true. You guys see the NFL, MLS soccer kids? I did not. I'm trying to have some players queued. Yeah, I never use my queue, but I guess that's just because I kind of just know who I want. And I also don't want to queue someone and then you guys take them. Okay. Let's go with the highest upside possible and go Mendoza. Because I like Purdy and Hurts for the whole regular season, right? And then once Mendoza starts to take over and play, then my guys are on bye. Then I can play them. Kind of a big brain maneuver. Even though I do have Cam Ward, Daniel Jones, all those guys ranked ahead of them, figure why not do something a little bit different this time. I just want my players in one spot, so I'm not taking forever. That's fair. I do think the queue is probably one of the most underutilized thing. The one thing I will say, though, is in my opinion, there's like a queue curse. And what I mean is, like, does anyone else feel like this where you put a guy in the queue and then they instantly just get picked? And I obviously don't use it because I'm on stream, but like when I'm in my normal draft, if I was like on my computer, if I put a guy in the queue, they just instantly get taken. So I never use it. And yeah, I mean, once you're staring at this Spock all day, it's not that hard to make a pick in like under. I agree with you. I pick very fast as well. Very, very fast. The only reason why it takes me some time, like on the streams and stuff, is because I'm talking about random stuff that has nothing to do with my pick. Like if I was just staring at the screen right now, it would take like 2 seconds. Do you see Rashad White taking over in Washington? I think it would take an injury to JCM for him to truly take over. I think he's more of like a third down back, receiving back. Gonna have some fine games, but ultimately never a guy you're like, damn, I'm so happy I drafted Rashad White. I think JCM could be, wow, I'm so glad I drafted JCM because he could just be getting so many touches. That's not all. Yes, that literally happened today with you and Jonathan Brooks. Yeah. Jonathan Brooks. I'd say the upside of Harvey is greater than Willis or Mendoza. Of RJ Harvey? I mean, a 2-quarterback league, you just need a million quarterbacks, so it's a little bit different. Unless there's a quarterback named Harvey who's like, like Steve Harvey, whose name is escaping me. Shador will get drafted. I mean, like the one good, I'd say the best thing about Superflex leagues is in your regular league, quarterbacks really don't matter. And quarterbacks, oh, that's so funny, Spock. I mean, Ty, that is hilarious. But in like your home league, quarterbacks really don't matter. Like the only time quarterbacks really matter is in Superflex or like an 8-team league. Like this is the one way to actually get quarterbacks. Everyone's calling him JCM now. I mean, I called him Bill JCM last year. I guess most people, I think it's just easier to call him JCM because everyone will know what you're talking about if you say JCM. Whereas Bill, people might get a little bit confused. Okay. We got our backup quarterback. So it's just running backs and wide receivers from here on out. Let's look receivers. Let's go Romeo Dobbs. And sorry, I do have to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the board, but after I make my next pick, I'm probably just going to zoom us over here like this. Boom. I think this is probably the best look. You just say Bill. Yeah, I mean, a lot of players have like multiple different nicknames. Like some people call Kenneth Walker K9. Some people call him KW3. And like it does get a little bit confusing. Like when everyone has all these different nicknames, it's like Tom Brady was just TB12, pretty simple. And then people will use like the nicknames that like just people that are fans of the team call the player. And that makes it way more confusing. Okay, let's go Aaron Jones. I don't like Aaron Jones at all, but like what if he's the RB1 in Minnesota and what if Minnesota is actually good? That's kind of just the bet you're placing there. That is just kind of the bet you're placing. A+ for the New England assets. Yes, sir. Blame on me. It's K9. I like the Bill nickname. Bill. Mason not available? I think Mason went. I feel like you guys always take Mason really early. Yeah, the 9th round. Because we all like Mason. How often do you stream? It's my first time on here. Thank you for watching. So we stream pretty much every night. But again, I would, like, if you're in the Discord, I'm going to link the Discord. I will say if I'm streaming or not. So you'll just know from the Discord. But I stream for sure every Sunday. During the regular season, I stream Thursdays and Sundays. And I will also stream Saturday if there's a game on Saturday or Friday if there's a game on Friday. During the off season, we stream basically every single night, but the only night where it's a guarantee that I'm here is Sunday. This Sunday, special stream with our boy Caleb. So make sure you're here. Make sure you're here to watch me and Caleb. Caleb has different opinions than I do. It's always good to talk to people that have different opinions. Obviously, you guys all have different opinions to me. And that's why when I grade your team, some of you guys probably think your team is amazing. And then I don't like half the players on your team, but that's fine. You don't have to agree with everything I'm saying. I'm not this all for seeing God. Nick is a rabid fan base. We're here every night. Yes, sir. Join the Discord. Yes, sir. I'm always in the Discord too. I always read what you guys are saying. I'm not always jumping in the conversations because, I feel like if I start talking, then I'm just going to be talking for like 30 minutes. But I do read a lot of what you guys say. And during the football season, like once the games are on Sunday, I'm in the Discord talking all the time, getting really angry, watching, the shit I bet on not work. Or my players getting hurt. I don't hate Drake May, man. I don't hate Drake May. I just don't like drafting Drake May where he's going. I just don't. Now, if you like Drake May, then go right ahead and draft him. Like, I just like him 3 spots less at the quarterback position. So that basically makes him a fade because of where he goes. Right? But then if you compare that to, like, for instance, if I had Parker Washington ranked 3 spots at wide receiver lower than ADP, no one would think that I hate Parker Washington. But because it's a quarterback and you're paying such high draft capital for him, it's different. Shador goes. Who do you guys think starts more games? Gun to the head. Shador Sanders or Deshaun Watson? I think Shador. But I don't know for sure. That would be my guess. I would say Shador should start more games, I think. And I think Jacoby will start more games than Beck. And I think Mendoza will start more games than Kirk Cousins. That's my guess. You guys are guessing Shadur. I feel that. Yeah, I don't really like drafting quarterback that high either. And this is a good experiment for everyone that's never done a super flex draft. Maybe this will turn people into super flex fanatics. I doubt it, but maybe it will. Maybe you'll realize, hey, maybe I should do a super flex draft. Watts losing his job before week 6. I could see it. Is that their bye week? Week 6? Deshaun, 11. People will be drafting, like, in super flex drafts, like, all these guys will go. All of them. Deshaun is cooked. His time is come and gone. But the team seems to want Deshaun. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. The team seem to want Mayfield back to the Browns. Dude, if he goes back to the Browns, that's a real dick kick to him. I don't think he would do that. I don't know why they got rid of him. They're so stupid. Let's go Jacoby Lane. They should never have gotten rid of him. That's something that they're going to regret forever. Getting rid of him. No, it's impossible to convince your league to switch to Superflex. Just say no. Like, you would have to find what I do is we have 2 leagues. We have the main league that's a regular league, and then the league that's a Superflex league. Slightly different people, but that was the best way to get people to actually switch to it because we also have a regular league. That's probably your best bet at doing it, is trying to convince them to start a second league. It's the same thing with like guillotine leagues. Like, I couldn't imagine a guillotine league being my only league, but I could imagine it being like one of the 7 leagues I play in. So you can draft Antonio Brown, but I can't draft Aaron Hernandez. Well, I mean, Aaron Hernandez is dead, so that's why you can't draft him. Okay. How many running backs we got? We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need another running back here. Let's go Dylan Sampson. And that'll be our draft. And I will rank your guys' drafts at the end here. I will let you guys know how I feel about your draft. What's up, Joseph? How you doing? It's a shame you showed up once again towards the end of the stream. What is a guillotine league? So a guillotine league is typically it's a 16-team league. And every week, the lowest scoring team is eliminated. And all of their players are cut. And you can bid on all the players that get cut at the end of every single week. I'll give you my thoughts, Kaylin. I'm gonna rank every team or talk about every team. But yeah. Fannin or Kittle? Fannin. Slightly. But yeah, guillotine leagues are super fun, but again, like, obviously if you get eliminated early, it sucks. So that's why I can't really be your only fantasy league. It also has multiple different names. Some people, there's like 13 different names for guillotine leagues, but the main name, I think, is Guillotine League. We play in a 10-team Superflex league. Every starting lineup is just stacked all one on waivers and injuries. Yeah. I mean, 10-team Superflex league feels way better than a 12-team league because it's so much easier to get better quarterbacks, but I agree. I think the best Superflex format is 12 teams. But I also think if you're an 8-team league, you probably should have a Superflex, to be honest. Because like 8 teams, you just need as many flexes and stuff as possible. Okay. You play Dynasty? I play in one Dynasty league, and my team fucking sucks. I can show you my Dynasty team in a second, I think. And then I will rank everyone's team. Oh, no, I can't show it because it's a best ball Dynasty league. And, of course, they don't let you show that for some strange reason, right? Can't show that on Sleeper, I guess. Okay. This is my 9th year running Skilly's Gilly. Love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Let's recap everyone's team. As a dick goes Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Drake London, T. Higgins, Breece Hall, Quinshon Judkins, Sam Darnold, Cortland Sutton, Michael Pittman, Manungai, Likely, Shaheed, B-Rob, Omar Cooper. Again, I don't like Breece Hall or Judkins. I always say this, and it hurts my opinion of your team. You fucking killed it at the beginning. Sam Darnold is a competent quarterback too. Probably would have went with the third quarterback. But overall, again, like, despite my dislike for Breece Hall and Quinshon Judkins, this team is very good. Gibbs, Jefferson, Herbert, Bo Nix, Kyron, Bucky, J-Mo, Tyson, QJ, Kelsey, Lemon, Pierce, Tracy, Allen. This is the hospital team with Jordan, Tyson, Lemon, and Pierce. Lemon does seem, though, kind of like he may be ready for week 1. Pierce, I don't know as much. But in terms of your start, I mean, your first 5 picks, you hit a fucking home run. After that, kind of fell apart a little, but it's not the worst. Bijan, Caleb, A.J. Brown, Jordan Love, Javonte Williams, Luther Burden, Tootin, Pollard, Diggs, Kincaid, Addison, Boston, Sanders, Emmett Johnson. This is my favorite team so far from Ty. Rick, my friend, goes Jamar Chase, Omarion Hampton, Dak, Mahomes, Scottaboo, Montgomery, Watson, Kraft, Downs, Debo, Shakir, White, Beck, Marshawn Lloyd. Probably would have looked better if you want a receiver here instead of David Montgomery, but still very good. There's like an A- here. Hurts, Puka, Barkley, Walker, Stafford, Flowers, McLaurin, Adunze, Pitts, Willis, Gainwell, Ward, Myers, Woody, Allen. So if you punt quarterback like he did, where he took Stafford early and then waited for his quarterback too, this is what you should do. By when you take like a high upside guy like Willis, you kind of patch in the safe bet like Ward. And when I say safe bet, I mean like Ward's not going to completely screw you over if you have to plan. You know what I mean? Should I do Scat for Brees? My RB room is Jeremiah, Love, Scat, Travis. I prefer gun to the head. I'd rather have Scat than Hall, so I'd prefer to keep Scat. I like this team a lot. This is a A- as well. Ammunition. Lamar, A-Chain, Lawrence, Jacobs, Ladd, Tate, Warren, Laporta, Casey Concepcion, Wandale, Danny Dimes, Rodriguez, Coker, and Bigsby. Love it. Knocked it out of the park. This one's also A-. AZ goes James Cook, Lamb, Nico, Love, Baker, Hendo, Parker Washington, Wilson, Brissett. Okay. The biggest issue here is you needed to take Beck as well. If you're going to go Brissett, you also need Beck. And you should draft a third quarterback. So it's like a B+, but you started off very strong. But again, you guys are all new to the Superflex mostly, so I don't expect you to hit a fucking grand slam your first time at bat, Who did that the other day? Didn't some guy hit 3 home runs in his first ever game, the other guy? I gave it up to Ward. He took some brutal sacks. I mean, I like Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward's way better than we've seen in the NFL, but I question if he will ever get to that level that he did in college, right? Because college and the NFL are very different games. Okay. Drake May, Jaden Stormy Daniels, Brock Bowers, Loveland, Waddle, Moore, Price, Harrison, Dobbins, JCM, Stribling, Worthy, Antonio Brown, Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, Joshua Baez. Yeah, that's who it was. Antonio Brown and Marshawn Lynch. That's a fire start. So in reality, obviously, we're just not going to talk about this part, but I don't love the 2 tight end start, but I do like your receiver core, to be honest with you. It's just your running backs that need a lot of work because you went 2 tight ends. I went McCaffrey, Hurts, Pickens, Purdy, Igbuka, Adams, Warren, BTJ, Jonathan Brooks, Mendoza, Dobbs, Aaron Jones, Lane, Sampson. Now, I'm recording my Superflex draft on Saturday. It's going to be a whole video. You guys will get to see it sometime next week or, into the week after that. If I start my team like this and my draft looks like this, I would be ecstatic. Now, is this the best Superflex team that you could ever assemble? No, because again, I didn't get like too many falling values or anything, but I do like this team a ton. But again, if I was to put my actual spin on it, I probably would have went Rice because I like Rice more. But again, like I don't try to take the same players every single time. That guy always had 4 homers. Yeah, that dude was fucking goated. Bill went Jackson Smith and Jigba, Chase Brown, Malik Neighbors, Rashi Rice, Kyler, Swift, Shuck, Reed, Mason, Dowdle, Bryce Young, Goddard, Naylor, Henry. Love it. I love this team. Again, this is what I would like to do as well, like in my home league, but I just don't trust that I'd be able to get Kyler in the 5th round. I really don't think so. That's really the only thing that, like, I just think, like, I also have a Viking. My friend Brandon's a Vikings fan. I don't know if he'll take Kyler. He's a Kyler lover. He loves Kyler. So I'm kind of nervous that I wouldn't be able to get Kyler. So that's what kind of always makes me pull the trigger in the 4th round on a second quarterback. The truth went JT, Joe Burr, McBride, Goff, Tet, Smith, Evans, Stevenson, Corum, Godwin, Rogers, Ferguson, Mitchell, Dell. I love it. And then S. Green went Amon-Ra, Genty, Dart, Olave, Etienne, Wilson, Fannin, Stroud, RJ Harvey. Would have taken a 3rd quarterback again. Anyone that didn't take a 3rd quarterback, I think that's a mistake. I'll just keep it a buck with you. Even if the quarterback is not starting week 1, you basically always want to have 3 on your team in case something happens, especially like, oh, fuck, I wish you could see like the actual players that are still available, but like the Shador, Watts, like Michael Penix, Tua, you could draft one of those guys and you could get 6 games out of them. You know what I'm saying? But also waivers are key as well. But like on the waivers, realistically, it's going to be guys you don't really want. Yeah, I like that late quarterback pick, but you're right. You got to get 3 mid quarterbacks to make up 100%. 100%. Like your team is going to be stacked weekly because you have these like elite running backs, receivers. But the problem is, like, if those guys don't go crazy and you're going up against a team that's Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, like inherently their floor is just higher because they're quarterbacks and their ceiling is very high as well. That's true, Ty. Okay, so I like this team a lot as well. So overall, again, you guys did great. The only team that questions me is the one with Bowers and Loveland, which could work, but again, it's just like it really hurts your running back core. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm greatly appreciative of you. And again, just so you know, just because I don't love your team doesn't mean I don't love you. I appreciate all you guys. And I also think that just because I don't like your team doesn't mean your team can't be good. I always say that. So thank you guys all so much for watching. If you haven't enjoying, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button down below like it owes you some money. Thank you to all the mods that were here tonight. Shout out to Spock as well. I'm greatly appreciative of all you guys. He'll be live again tomorrow. Again, I'll let you know in the Discord if I am. We'll put some music on in the background as we get out of here. I'm going to link the Discord because, again, join the Discord. That's how you know if I'll be live or not. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. See you later, alligators. Peace out to everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And I will see you guys tomorrow in videos for show. And also potentially a stream, but definitely a video. Definitely videos. Might be 2 videos. Could be 1, could be 2. Love you guys. Join the Discord. Peace out. I'll spam the Discord link. If I can spam my own chat, you know? I can do whatever I want to you. Whatever I want. And also to anyone that buys the membership, I added like a smaller tier and you can just spam these like random ass emojis. I tried to find a Spock emoji, like a Captain Spock in this thing. I couldn't figure it out. Maybe I could just get like an actual picture of Captain Spock himself and make that an emoji. Love you guys. Peace out.